I'm so tired. Verse 2. Coming with that OE brew. Hold on a second. You added rugged as a mother effing carpet get. I want to tell you guys a little story. A story time. It's time. Whoa, that's fucking scary. Oh, I gotta take a picture of this. This is so scary. So scary. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's scary. I just turned my YouTube. Oh, F you, iPhone. My iPhone's out of storage. I missed my son's one goal that he scored today. One goal. Because my phone is full. Oh my God. I really need. Oh, I could screenshot it. Hold on a second. This is so funny. Oh my God, it's terrible. Why am I putting headphones in? I don't even know if people are in here. Are people in here? Oh my God, this is terrifying. Hold on, I have to delete pictures. This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. Just some shirts. Hold on a second, folks. Enough jokes. This job, you want to quit, but you can't. You worked at this plant so long. You're a plant. Look at your damn boots. They're starting to grow roots. All right, hold on a second. Okay. How did I fill up the highest capacity phone? How did I do that? Shit, I update my phone. That's what's got to happen. All right, maybe I could take a picture. Yes. Oh my God, this is terrifying. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. So, there I am. Hey, me. How you doing, me? I look horrible today. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't see my thing. My hair. Oh, my hat's cute. I look horrible right now. I literally oh my God, I slept so late today. I'm such a loser. I mean, I had to wake up to put my son on the bus, and then I got dressed, and I'm sorry. I went back to sleep. That's what I did. It's pretty pathetic. I don't know, man. In the winter, I am so tired. Well, lately, I've just been I don't know, just tired. Really tired. Oh, all right. Hold on a second. Apparently, I missed a text. Hold on. Yo, I get to rugged as a motherfucking carpet. Look at these headphones. They look silly. All right. Let me just plug my phone in because it's about to die. So, anyway. Oh, John's live? Fudgeronies. I didn't even know that. Oh, shit. All right. Well, I don't know what to do. I just wanted to share a story. With you guys. Damn, sorry. I had no idea he was going freaking live right now. Shit. Maybe I should cancel this. Ooh, Christy, you had a sick kid today. And Jem, what's going on? What's the matter with you? What's going on? Shit. I could end this, but I doubt I'll come back. I'm trying to think of what to do. I had no idea that this was happening. Anyway, shit on a shingle. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Oh, sorry, Meme. I didn't mean to do that to you, Mimi. Mimi, I got your email. I'm in the process of writing back. Oh, I hope your kid feels better. There's nothing worse than having a sick kid. It's horrible. It's the worst thing to have a sick kid. Shit. Tell John I'm sorry if anybody's in his live. I had no idea. I just wanted to share a story because I see there's a lot of fighting going on between people, not saying anybody I'm not going to pinpoint or say anybody's name, put it that way. I'm not calling out anybody specific. I'm just going to share a story with you guys. That happened to me. That was a horrible thing that happened to me in my life. So I was friends with this guy for 10 years, my friend George. And he was like one of my best friends. I met him at a friend's house. I met him through mutual friends. We used to hang out. There was this one guy's, house in the neighborhood that we used to go to, and everybody used to hang out there. And it was like one of those. It was just a hangout house. It was like there was people in and out all the time, and you know, uh, a lot of different ages hung out there. So it was like I was still in high school. Most of the guys that hung out there were older, like an older crowd. But we used to go there a lot. Okay, the guy that owned the house was paralyzed. He was in a wheelchair, but he was a cool dude. He had a really bad accident when he was younger. But it was that house, it was that house in the neighborhood. Everybody hung out there. So my friend, because he was in a wheelchair, was paralyzed from the neck down, literally. So everything had to be done for him. So a lot of the times while you were at his house, they would have to change him. And, he had like a bag on him. So when he had to use the bathroom. So a lot of the times we would all have to go outside. So I kept seeing this guy there, this older guy, and with this younger kid. And I didn't know who he was, He was this big, heavy guy. I mean, he was like fucking huge. He was huge. He had this huge Bronco. It was loud as fuck. It was fucking crazy. He had like the sickest system. You could hear him coming from miles away. Okay. So it ended up one day when we were there at this house, my friend had to be taken care of. His nurse was taking care of him. So we all stepped outside, and that guy and the younger guy was with him. And we all started talking, and they were both named George. So it was Big George and Little George, right? And that's what we always called them, Big George and Little George. So we ended up becoming friendly with this guy. Now, this guy was like 10 years older than us. Like, he probably shouldn't have been hanging out with us, but I ended up becoming friendly with him. We became friends with his nephew. I ended up finding out, okay, the younger guy's his nephew, and the older guy's the uncle. But he was like the cool uncle. He used to take the nephew around. He used to drive us all over the place and whatever. We all ended up becoming friends and hung out all the time. So for 10 years, I was friends with this family. I was friends with the uncle and the younger one that was closer to my age. I, dated him for a little bit in high school, like a month, and then whatever. That's a whole nother story. But I was always friends with the uncle. Always. We just connected. I'm like the type of person where like, your age doesn't matter. What you look like doesn't matter. If you're cool and we have things in common, we connect. We're friends. Like that's how I've always been. I have had an eclectic group of friends, of people. If you saw us together, you would have been like, what are these two doing together? But he was my good friend. I mean, I talked to him about everything. When my dad got sick, he was there for me. He was the best, one of the nicest guys that I've just ever known. He had his own business. I used to call him Mac in the Shoes. So I used to go and hang out in his shop and fucking smoke cigarettes and shit while he was doing shoes. He was a fucking shoemaker. So he would fix shoes. Every pair of shoes I owned at this time was flawless. Like, my shoes were always shined. They always looked good. They had new bottoms on them, everything. He always hooked me up, and I would go down to his shop and I hung out with him. And through the years, we stayed friends up until shit happened. So there was this one summer, it was the summer after my dad passed away, and he helped me through my dad's death. He had just lost his parents. We lost touch for a little bit. I was dating somebody, and, I would still always like keep in touch with him. But like, you're in a relationship, you don't hang out with your friends that much. But there was like a whole, few years where we hung out all the time. We did everything together. And I was always at his house all the time, and everybody knew us as best friends. Like, he was one of my best friends. I have my best friend Tommy, and then I had my best friend Doug growing up, and then like George. George was like my friend. He was just always there. He was always there for me, no matter what. I could not see him for 3 months, and then all of a sudden, call him up, and it was like nothing. Like, it was just that's the kind of friend he was. So my dad passed away, whatever, next summer. I lost my job. I was like in a rough spot. I was going through a rough spot, and his nephew had started seeing this girl, and My friend George, like, never had like a serious girlfriend, I guess. He was a heavy guy, dude. Like, but he had the biggest heart in the world. So he was getting like, I don't know, he was getting like a little too involved in his nephew's relationship. I'll put it that way, right? So there's this one night, him and I go over to another friend's house, and it's this guy and girl. They're married, and we were all sitting there, and we kind of got on him, like, dude, you have to like kind of separate yourself like from your nephew and like let him have his life and you have your life. He moved out, he got an apartment, but he was having like dealing with all sorts of anxiety and shit. They lived together, in the nephew's parents' house. So they're Greek. So you know how Greek people, the whole family lives there, you know. So he moved out, got his own apartment. We were like, dude, like, you have to cut the cord, bro. Like, you have to, this girl is controlling your life, and like, you're not even getting any, you're not getting anything from her. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, stop letting this girl control your life. She was like, I didn't care for the girl. I gotta be honest with you. She was one of those types of girls that was just very stuck up. She started dating the nephew, and she drove a Mercedes, and, she wore her little Juicy Couture sweatsuits, and she used to fucking talk shit about everybody. Like, nobody was good enough for this girl. She always used to like, tell people, I don't know. She was fucked up. She humbled herself, but after I fucking told her off, I chased her down one day. I was fucking crazy at this point in time. This is like in my mid-20s. But anyway, the girl, she just was like, a lot of his friends like weren't coming around anymore because she was like, this one's a dirtbag and that one's a dirtbag. And she was like controlling his life, but like, you're not fucking dating her. Why are you letting this girl control your life? Like, have your life and let your nephew have his life. So we end up getting in this huge fucking fight about this that night, and I knew that he was leaving for fucking Greece in a couple of days. And it was his other nephew lived in Greece still, and he was getting married. And so my friend was leaving, and the girlfriend was going with them. And we were like, dude, just do your own thing in Greece. Like, don't hang out with them. Like, do your own thing. We got in this huge fight. He was pissed at us, and we left the house that night, and we were so mad at each other. Like, he went this way and I went that way. And like that, I was like fucking pissed at him. Like, we were fucking, it got heated at the house that night. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it doesn't even matter. Right. So I got in my car. I went home. He went home. I usually would like call him the next day. I never got in fights with this guy. Like, we didn't fight. I think one other time we had like a stupid argument about something. It was so stupid. And the next day we were fine, But like, this was like the first time I got into like a pretty fucking bad fight with him, So he went his way and I went my way, and, whatever. Couple of days later, it's like 2 days later, I was out in my car. I was out in my driveway, and I'm vacuuming my car. I had this fucking Lincoln LS. I thought I was like hot shit back when I was younger. And I'm out there washing it because I had fucking time. My car never gets washed now, but back then it got washed all the time because I had fucking time to do it. So I'm out there vacuuming my car out and all this shit. And my friend drove a truck, and I hear him coming. I hear him coming from like down the block because he has like a diesel engine. So I know it's him. So I'm still mad at him for this stupid fight that we had, and I hear him coming, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't have enough time to run into the house. So when I see him turning the corner, I fucking ducked out in my back seat, and I'm vacuuming, and like, I'm looking from like, behind the seat, and I see him looking right at my car, drive by, and then, he disappears out of sight down the block. And as soon as he passed and got out of my vision, I said to myself, Leanna, why the fuck did you do that? Why would you do such a stupid thing? So I took all my stuff right in the middle of washing my car, and I fucking threw it in my garage, closed the garage, and I was like, I'm going to go find him. I'm going to go drive down the block. And there was another friend of ours that lived on my block. So I thought maybe he was going there. That's why he passed my house. And so I went to that person's house. Both their cars were gone. So I'm like, all right, they're not there. I drove by his house. He wasn't there. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. And he was so stressed out in this last month of his life, which is why we got into the fight, And I was like, I'm just going to let him go. and I'm going to go, let him go on his vacation, and it'll like recharge his batteries. It'll rejuvenate him. He loves going to Greece. Like, he was very proud to be from Greece. So I knew when he goes home, because he used to do that. He would go take off for a month and go to fucking Greece for like an entire month, So I was like, when he goes home, he's going to come back and he's going to be like the old George again. He's going to be himself again. He'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay. So I felt so bad, but, I didn't want to call him. I don't know why I didn't call him. I don't know. I think it's just like, I wanted to see him face to face and talk to him, but I was like, let him calm down. He'll call me from Greece probably even, that's what I'm thinking in my head. So fine. A couple of days goes by and I knew he left for Greece. Like, it was either he was leaving the next day or the day after. 4 days goes by. So I was at the mall. I was fucking getting my brother a birthday present. It was on his birthday, actually. So I remember this very clearly. It was like the first year in my life that I like did that I fucking bought his present on his birthday, because I wasn't working full time. I was working with this photographer, whatever. It doesn't even matter. I stop at the fucking, one of my friends was working at this place, my friend Brian. So I go over to say what's up to him. And, he was working, I don't know, he was working in the store, like fixing it up or some shit. So I leave him and I'm walking to my car in the parking lot and I look at my phone and I'm like, what the fuck is this? My friend Chris called me. Well, let me talk to Chris. I had a lot of guy friends back then. So, I listened to his voice message. Now, my friend Chris was a little fucked up. He was a little fucked up. He had a little bit of a drug problem, I'll say. He used to kind of do some fucked up things sometimes. Like, he would be a dick sometimes. Yeah, the fucking Juicy sweatsuits, girl. It was terrible. I hate those fucking things. To this day, when I see Juicy Couture, I'm like, ugh, I hate it. Anyway, she used to wear those fucking velour or the terry cloth, like, sweatsuits, and they were all, like, matchy. I should talk. I always fucking try and match, but you know what I'm saying. She thought she was fucking hot shit, this girl. So I listen to my voicemail. And it's my friend Chris, who's a little fucked up sometimes. And his voicemail is like, yo, Liana, Biggs, because we called George, we called him Biggs. That was what we would, nobody called him George. We called him Biggs. He's like, Biggs died. And I'm like, yeah, right. So I listened to his voicemail again because I'm like, maybe I heard this wrong. Maybe I heard it wrong. Nope, he was right. Biggs died. I'm trying to call him back. I'm like frantically dialing his number. And he's not answering the phone. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You don't just leave somebody a message like this. Somebody died. And I really thought he was fucking with me. I 100% thought he was fucking with me. Sure enough, about 5 minutes later, my friend Frankie calls me. And he's like, yo, Liana, did you hear what happened to Biggs? And I'm like, dude, this can't be real right now. Like, this isn't real life right now. No, my friend died. Like, I've never had somebody die like that on me, unexpectedly like that. Like, this guy was my fucking best friend. We had this stupid ass petty argument that was so stupid, in the grand scheme of things. I look back at it and I'm like, what was that about? This stupid fucking girl. Why were we fighting about her to the point where, like, we got, you know what I'm saying? That we got so mad at each other that we didn't talk, and you left on a fucking vacation and you're never coming back now. You're never, like, I'm never going to see you again for the next, like, 30 nights. And I sat outside of his fucking store every night on the sidewalk. I was, like, just so lost. I didn't know what to do with myself. Mind you guys, this is right after my dad passed away. I was like a lost soul. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I was just fucked up. But we never got a funeral, because if he would have died here, his family would have probably shipped his body back to Greece, and they probably would have just buried him there. But they don't do the whole funeral thing in Greece. So I got nothing. I just got a phone call one day and my friend was gone. My best friend was gone. I never got to tell him bye. I never said, love you, dude, like we always did. Like, he just was gone. And it fucked me up bad because I went immediately back to that day where I ducked out in my car seat and he drove by my house. That's my last vision of my friend. That was my best friend driving past my house in this green fucking Ford F-150 dual, whatever it was, diesel with the fucking extended cab. Like, that was my vision. That's the last fucking vision of I have of my friend. And I fucking ducked out in the car seat like an asshole, like a fucking asshole. I went and like I could have said goodbye to him. I could have said, hey, have a good trip, something. Oh my God, it was fucking horrible. This shit ate me alive. I've never in my life ever heard, like, understood what depression was. When people said they were depressed, I didn't get it because I was always a happy person. I never got down. I never got depressed. I didn't understand it at all. I had no concept of depression at this time. I knew what sadness was, but I didn't know what fucking depression was because there's a difference. There's a difference between being upset and fucking being depressed. Like, why was I depressed? Because I had to take that with me, that I ducked out on him and I left off. My friend, my best friend, left this fucking world thinking I was angry with him. Like, thinking I was mad at him and I hated him, and I didn't. I loved him, but I was just fucking mad at him that night. So I got really, really, really fucking depressed to the point where, like, I wouldn't even answer my phone. I kind of closed myself up in my room. I was always already going through, dealing with my dad's loss and my mom's grief because, she was having a really hard time with my dad's death. And I was having a hard time with her having a hard time with my dad's death because, not that I didn't, God, this sounds so fucked up. Not that I didn't miss my dad. I love my dad, but like, I don't know. I guess because when my grandfather died, I saw my grandmother and she just kind of went on with her life. I kind of expected my mom to do the same because my dad was, my dad had a drinking problem and he wasn't always the nicest fucking person, and, she was having a really hard time. And it's like, now my person that I lean on is gone. Like, the one person I have to lean on right now is gone. I was in a relationship for fucking years before this. So, like, I had my ex-boyfriend and I kind of, isolated myself with him, and I didn't have, a lot of friends at the time, but like these guys were my friends, like, and this was my best friend, and he's gone now. He's fucking gone. And like, I couldn't live with the fact that I fucking told him, like, I ducked out on him that day. I made a mistake, a bad mistake that I had to live with for the next fucking 10 years. I don't even know. It really took me a long time to, like, forgive myself for that because, like, it's a horrible fucking feeling to live with guilt like that. You don't ever want to lose. Like, I never thought this guy was going to walk out one day and die. I had no idea. I never expected to get that fucking phone call that my friend died. He was 36 years old. He was a young fucking dude. He was overweight. And what ended up taking him was he had a blood clot apparently in his leg. And this is so fucked up because when I look back, the weeks leading up to his trip, he was having such bad anxiety, okay? Bad anxiety. He had been to Greece a million times. And I'm like, dude, why are you having anxiety? Like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I don't know. And the girlfriend, fucking nephew's girlfriend, she keeps like, don't worry, I'll give you a Xanax. And I'm like, I kept telling him, dude, you don't need to take a fucking Xanax. How many times? You've been to Greece 100 times, dude. You stay there for months at a time. Why are you having anxiety about traveling all of a sudden? This guy traveled all the time. He would close his shop down and go down to Jamaica for a month, which actually he bought me a fucking ticket to go to Jamaica with him, but I didn't go because I didn't feel right. I don't know. I just didn't feel right. And I tried to get his money refunded 2 days after he left on the trip. And he didn't even know that, but that's a totally separate story. But this girl was like, I'll give you a Xanax. And I'm like, dude, like, you don't need to take that. Like, why are you taking Xanax? You know, I kept telling him because he smoked a lot of weed. I was like, it's probably the weed because when I smoked, I got really bad anxiety, which is why I stopped fucking like 10 years ago because it just gave me bad anxiety. So I thought maybe that was it. But now looking back, maybe his anxiety was because he knew something wasn't right and something was going to happen because he was on the plane. I don't know if the girl gave him the Xanax. I'm not going to accuse her of anything, but it's a long flight from here to Greece. It's like, I think it's like an 8-hour flight or something like that. Like, he was an overweight, heavy guy, and he had blood clots. And one of the blood clots from his leg, dislodged from his leg, right? So he flew there, I think, a Friday night. He got there. Saturday was the wedding. So it was Saturday. He went to the wedding. Everybody said he was fine. A whole bunch of our friends went to Greece for this thing. And then he got there on Saturday. Sunday, they said he was a little weird. And then Monday, they were all hanging out at the beach. And they said he was in the ocean. He was really hot and like overheated. And he all of a sudden was like just fell down to his knees. So they all picked him up. And they brought him back to wherever they were staying, the hotel or whatever. And they were like trying to make him eat and everything like that. And he was like just saying he didn't feel good. He couldn't breathe. And because he had been having anxiety for the last, month or two, we all, I wasn't there. They all just thought that he was having anxiety. So they were trying to calm him down. And then he kept grabbing his chest. And then they got him to a hospital. But they were on like a small island in Greece somewhere, and the hospital wasn't like equipped for this shit. So they were waiting for a helicopter to come in from like Athens and bring him to like a bigger hospital in Athens. And he died waiting for the fucking helicopter. So he had like a pulmonary embolism. If he was here, that never would have happened. If he would have went on that trip, well, if he didn't go on that trip, it probably wouldn't have happened either because the pressure from being up in the air and sitting still for so long, if you have blood clots, they tell you not to fly, or if you do fly, to walk around on the flight, not to just sit still. I mean, that's why when you get surgery or something, they put those things on your legs that blow air in and out. It's because what do you call it? My benzo saved my life on the plane ride home. Yeah, I'm sure. This guy never had anxiety about traveling, though. That's why it was so weird. Now, that's the part where I'm like, if that girl gave him a fucking Xanax and he was knocked out the whole flight and didn't walk around, how do you live with yourself? I don't know if she did, though. I don't know. I don't know if he ever took it. But it was very weird that he was having anxiety about flying. Like, I look back now and I'm like, he was saying really fucked up shit at that time. Like, he was like, I don't know, maybe I'll die or something. And I'm like, why do you keep talking about dying, dude? Like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. But the whole point of this story is not how he died. Oh my God, your feet and calves were completely swollen. What happened, Jim? The whole point was that he left, and like my last memories of my friendship with him, which was a 10-year-long friendship, that was great, before that. But my last memory is him driving by my house and me being a fucking asshole, being stubborn, over this. But, it took me a really long time to like come to terms with like that. It's okay that happened, but I don't like having to go through that, and the depression and the fucking not leaving my house, and like, just, it was bad. I never got depressed in my life. I mean, I went into a fucking deep depression, and I wasn't making the best choices in life at that time. So it was bad. It was just a bad, dark time in my life that I went through. That was horrible, that I would never want to be back in that place again. I mean, even with my mom passing away, I was scared. I was scared I could easily end up back there. And I probably could have if it wasn't for my husband and my son. I had a lot of things going on at that time. So it was a fucking hard couple of years that I had in a row that just things kept happening. Bad, like horrible, things. I had this incident in my family I talked about that in another live. I'm not going to get into it, but that fucking happened. And then my dad passed away the next year. And then this happened. And then I had to put my dog to sleep about, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks after my friend died. I was a fucking wreck. Like my dog that I had, that was literally, my dog was born in my house and I raised her from the day she was born till 17 years old. You know, she went through my whole childhood with me into adulthood, and I had to put her to sleep. That was like a whole, I had like a breakdown. I had a mental fucking breakdown, basically. I went into like this deep, dark depression that I just never fucking imagined. And I popped out of it one day. I don't know how. I could never give people advice about depression because I just kind of like woke up one day and said to myself, you know what, Leanna, like, your dad wouldn't want you sitting around like this. Your friend George wouldn't want you sitting around like this. Like, get your shit together. Get your shit together and start taking steps to make your life fucking better. Because it's not going to get better laying in a fucking bed like this. Like, I wasn't suicidal. I know, I like that. Still don't understand. But I just didn't, I had no desire to interact with other humans. I was just like, I was laying in my bed watching Sex and the City. That's all I would fucking do for a month straight. I didn't leave my house. People were calling me and I wouldn't answer my phone. You know, they were all like worried about me. I'm like, I was down. I was just in a dark place, a really fucking dark place. But I just kind of like got up one day and just started thinking in my head, like, you know, just things aren't going to get better if I'm just sitting here. This is accomplishing absolutely nothing. I have to get up and I have to make things happen. You know, like, I don't know if I had a dream. I don't know what put this into my head, you know, and I was like, you know, first things first. Well, I shouldn't say it was just me. My mom helped me. I mean, tremendously through this time too. She really did. But I said, you know, all right, I gotta get a job. You know, I had lost my job. So that was something that I needed to fucking get, like, full-time job. And then from there, it was like the next step and the next step and the next step. And, you know, and within that 2-year span or year span after that, you know, I met my husband, you know, I got a job. I loved my job. You know, I met my husband, you know, we started dating. Things started to get better after that. But it was a deep fucking dark depression for a while. And like that feeling of fighting with somebody that you care about before they pass away, because death is hard enough as it is. You die, you know, when people die, you have regrets no matter what. You know, I don't have, like, I'm lucky with my mom and my dad. I could say, oh, I'm sorry, Mimi. I'm sorry. That I don't have regrets in the sense of, like, I was there for them. I did everything I could for them. You know, I tried to make their lives as easy as possible. Like, those are regrets I never have to take with me anywhere. But, you know, I have some regrets. I look back on my mom's situation. And for those of you guys who watch my grief series, like, there's things that happened that, you know, I made bad decisions. I said things I probably didn't want to say. Prepper, do you regret the tattoo though? But you know what I'm saying? I have those regrets, but you know what? At the end of the day, life is life. Like, you know, when you're in a high stress situation, shit like that happens, you know? But looking back with my friend, you know, I would never leave a friend. If I knew a friend was leaving to go on vacation like that again, and I would never leave off. I don't care. I don't care if I'm pissed at them. I'm going to just at least say goodbye, you know, just to be sure. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. You know, you just never know. Tomorrow, something completely different can happen and change your entire life. So, I mean, going through that stuff helped me get through my mom's death, because I'm like, you know, I've been there. I've been through this. I've been through it now twice with 2 people that I love. My mom, you know, my dad and my friend. My friend's death just hit me really hard. It fucking hit me in a totally different way, probably because, you know, he was so young and I wasn't expecting it. It just happened. And, you know, and also the way we left off, it was just horrible. So my whole point is that, you know, all this stuff that's going on here on YouTube, we have, you know, Kim and you know, I know Kim has had issues with some people in the past, and you know, those people, like, you guys still have time to fix things. And I'm telling you this not to be an asshole, but to tell you guys that, like, you don't want to look back. And this is to all the people that fought with her, everybody. You know, our days here are limited. Everybody's days are, you know, but you just want to make things right. Don't live with knowing that the last time, if you know, especially, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave off with her on bad terms. Make things right. Make things right with her now, because you still have time to do that. You know, if it means swallowing your pride, swallow your pride. Because I wish I did. I fucking really wish I did. You know, I can't tell you what a horrible feeling it is to lose somebody and have to think to yourself that they were angry with you or thought that you were angry with them. Like, I don't know if my friend thought about me. I mean, you know, all my friends that were also friends with him, they're, you know, helped me through it. They helped me get through this. And they're like, Leanna, come on, you know, he loved you. Like, he was like, and I know he did, but I'm like, God, like, that's like what went through his mind in those last, you know, minutes of his life. Like, it's so fucked up. And when you don't get a funeral, that's, you know, funerals are horrible, but like when there's nothing and it's just like, it's literally like he just disappeared one day. Like, I hadn't even questioned myself, like, did he fake his death? Like, because like I never got that fucking closure. I never saw his body. I don't, you know, he just disappeared one day and that was it. He was gone. It's a fucking horrible feeling. So I just wanted to share that story. So in hopes that other people will learn, you know, from my lessons. And I know I even look at the whole situation with my brother right now and some of my family. And I'm like, you know, God forbid if something happens to them one day. I tried to mend fences there. I can't force, you know, other people. So something were to happen in any of those cases, I could lay my head down knowing that I tried and it wasn't my fault. You know, like, I put effort to try to fix things with some of them, not all of them. So, justice for Shanann. No, I was telling a story that I went through, and I want to go show you guys a picture of my friend George. Hold on. Let me just go grab that real quick. You guys have a look at my full freaking laundry basket. All right, baby. Ooh, a little dusty. It's very dusty. So, all right. Aw, I just want to cry looking at this. So this is me and my friend George. My big, look at us. We're an odd couple, right? Hold on. So much reflection. So this picture has this piece of tape on it. Right there. And I left it there because, I don't know if you guys could see it that good. It's there because it was hanging up in his shop. It was hanging on the wall in his shop. So I wanted to keep the tape because we used to tape shit on his wall all the time at a shop. This was I think this was the day after my dad's wake. It was Greek Easter. We just finished eating some lamb and I'm drinking a fucking beer. And he was drinking water. He was trying to lose some weight, which he did. He actually lost about 100 pounds that year, which he was huge. I know he doesn't look like he probably did, but he was so funny. Oh my God. He was so funny. He was such an awesome person. I miss him so much. I think about him all the time. I have his little sayings. He used to say all these like fucking weird things. Like he'd be like, cops, everybody down. And I don't know. He just said all these funny things all the time. You had to be there. But I miss him so much. I just miss him so much. He was such a good person. He had just such a big heart, dude. If you were in need, like he would fucking take literally like just anything to help you. Anything to help you. He was such a good person. And that was with anybody. He had such an eclectic group of friends, like, because he owned his little shop. And so all sorts of different people used to come in, and he was just so interesting. He was such a fucking, he's one of those people that you don't meet that many people like him. Like, there's only one Biggs. Like, there's only one him. There's nobody in this fucking world even could come close to him or compare to him. He had the most, like, his personality was like 3 times bigger than he was, you know? He would sing, and oh man, he was so funny. He'd make us laugh, and he had the biggest fucking porn collection I've ever seen in my life. He did. He used to the guy used to come by his shop. We used to make fun of him. He had a big porn collection. But he was just such a fucking individual. Like, he was such a unique person. You know, I still make sure he died in 2007. I still make sure here, we're 12 years later, that I fucking acknowledge his death and his birthday every year on Facebook. Like, I still miss him just as much as I did back then. I miss him every day. I would still be friends with him. I would still be going down and fucking hanging out in his shop and bullshitting with him and smoking cigarettes. He would let me smoke in there. Porn. He had some crazy porn. He used to just buy it. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. He felt bad. That's the kind of person he was, though. I know he probably watched some of it, but he felt bad. The guy used to come in, and he'd just be like, "Here's $20. Give me whatever you got," you know. But he would buy all sorts of DVDs too. He bought, like, every movie. He had it. He had the fucking biggest. Oh, thank you, Ron. Ron, I texted you back before. I don't know if you got it. I was at my son's hockey game. Oh, dude, he got killed. They got killed tonight. And, oh, I'm sorry, Jem. 21, that's so young, man. That's so young. Yeah, he used to get bored in his shop. He was so funny, too, with the customers. They used to come in, and they'd be, like, handing him, like, a Coach bag. And he'd be like, yeah, no problem, no problem. And as soon as the person would walk out, he'd be like, just, like, throw an asshole. Oh, he was so funny. What do you call it? Oh, my son's hockey game. It was so unfair. Okay, the guy who runs the league has his team. All right. It was fucking 8, like, 10-year-olds. I don't know. It was a little questionable. Some of them might have been like 11, 12-year-olds. The fucking goalie was like, I'm like, is this a grown man? Like, what's going on here? It was 8 kids on 4. And one of them's a girl. And I'm not saying girls can't play hockey, because there are some nasty girls down at the ice rink. This is at the roller rink. Yes, Judy Ron's in here. And again, Ron, thank you so much. Thank you. This, dude, I mean, it was just unfair. It was unfair. I don't know how many of you women out there follow hockey, but hockey is usually played in shifts. Okay. So, like, I don't know what they do in the NHL. I think they might have like one person out, you know, so there's a constant rotation. So you got to break, dude. Skating that hard, that fast. I mean, I have a video somewhere about where I tried playing hockey with them. I went to a puck shoot, and I was like out of breath. I was like, oh, I'm like so out of shape. But these kids skated literally through 2 20-minute periods straight through with no break. They had 2 breaks. When the girl, she got hurt twice and was crying. But my son, and it was basically like 8 kids versus my son and this other kid, because the other 2 players, they weren't doing that much. My son and this kid, their goalie was good. It was just unfair. It was unfair. You're playing, you know, they were exhausted by the end of the game. I mean, my son was still trying, and this other kid, but I just felt like it was unfair. I'm like, this team, there's 8 people. They're fucking getting like 5-minute shifts where you have 5 minutes to rest in between. Like, that's not fair to my son's team. But I told, the one kid was a fucking sore loser, and there's nothing I hate more than a sore loser. Like, BBT Boston, yeah. We'll get over. We'll be on the next one. We'll be on the next. There's another season, and I try to teach my son this, because I'm like, dude, there's nothing worse than a sore loser. The one other kid on his team, he like at the end of the game, he like threw his gloves and his stick, and he like, you know, he didn't even slap the other team. High five them. You're supposed to. You have to fucking, you know. Well, Remy, it wasn't 8-on-4. I mean, it was really 4, you know. But this girl, she just like got hurt twice. She cried. They had to stop the whole game. And I give her credit for being out there. She's a bruiser, this girl. She's a bruiser. But like, there's no crying in baseball. You know what I'm saying? You can't fucking sit here. We don't have time for crying. Game on. No. I don't know. My son's very tough. He gets hit hard. People check him, trip him. He gets back right the fuck up, and he's right in the game. This kid's like, it's crazy. But, you know, she's a girl. She's crying a little bit. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But she was sitting out for like, you know, minutes at a time. So at some points in the game, it was my son, the other kid, and my son and two more kids on 4 guys that were twice the size of them. Like, you know, it was unfair. But what are you going to do? You know, I told my son, you can't win every game. You still played amazing. He scored only one of the 2 goals that were scored. Or no, I think at the last minute, the other kid scored a goal. The other kid's like fucking 9. You know, my son just turned 7. This kid's like almost 10 now, but they played really good. You know, it was still a really good game. It was just, I'm like, dude, you skated the whole time. Like that's not easy to do, to keep up and keep fighting. I mean, he fought down to the end. And my son, you know, because he could be a little of a follower sometimes. I almost saw him following that kid who was being a sore loser. And I saw him get to like he lifted his stick up, and I thought he was going to throw his stick. And then, like, I don't know, something just probably clicked in his head, and he turned around and he got online and he slapped the other team 5 and like congratulated them and walked away. Like, fine, you know, and thank God, because I swear to God, I would be so pissed if he did something like that. He would get such a fucking ass reaming in the car on the way home. He knows that. That's probably why he didn't do it. He's probably like, fuck, I don't want to hear my mom the whole way home, because I don't like a sore loser. Lose and suck it up. It's about having fun. He was upset, but I'm like, dude, you still played amazing. You were out there for fucking 40 minutes straight skating, dude. Like, and you stayed in there trying until the very end. Like, that's what's important. And you had fun, right? That's what's important at the end of the day. I always try to keep that. He knows that, you know, because he could play his ass off, you know, if that goalie is a really good goalie, or his teammates aren't, you know, that great. There's only so much he could do. So, you know, he doesn't always have his E game. He there's days where he fucking is like in doo-doo land, you know, and I could tell when I bring him to hockey whether it's going to be a good day or a bad day, because there's just some days he's fucking 7 years old. Like, he's still going to be, I just drooled on myself. No matter what, he's always going to be a 7-year-old. So there's days where he's tired, he's cranky, you know, whatever. And I'm like, all right, it's going to be one of those days, you know, but then he's got other days where he fucking scores 6 goals. You know, it's just, you never know. You never know how it's going to go. So you just got a text from your son's father. He's claiming he has cancer. What the hell? Uh-oh. Is that like, see, the fact that, Jem, that you put he's claiming makes me feel like you don't believe it. John, your live's over. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going live. I totally would not have gone live. Yeah, no, John, he'll fucking blow him away next time. He'll blow him away. My son's, you know, that was just like, I just seeing him in that moment, not being a sore loser, it made me happy. I have to say, he's like a leader. He has a lot of leadership qualities, my son. Like, he helps out when he goes down. He thinks he's like one of the coaches. I'm like, Jesse. But he helps them clean up all the time. You know, he takes the initiative to do things. So, you know, I'm proud. Even though sometimes you look at him and he's so immature in the brain because he's a guy. Sorry, guys, but you guys are a little less mature. And I'm like, how does this kid get out on the ice and look like a fucking professional hockey player? Like, and he's so smart on the ice. When you see him making moves on the ice, like, and like, you know that he has seconds to think to do something. With split second, less than a second, I don't even know. It's like, that's amazing. And then sometimes you look at him and you're like, dude, you're 7 years old. Like, why are you still making fucking baby noises, bro? Like, stop making those noises. Like, it's so weird. It's the weirdest thing. You have a very serious, intense, busy, expensive future as a hockey mom. Oh, I know. My daughter is half. She might get a number if she grows. He's such a great player, son. Thank you, BBT Boston. BBT Boston, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but BBT Boston was a girl and a hockey player. And that's what I'm saying. There was some girl, dude, last summer, there was these 2 girls in my son's camp, and these girls lit it up on the ice. Like, they were unbelievable. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. They were knocking guys down, like, no holds barred. They were better than most of the guys on the team. But they, then you got the girl that's on his team now. She's a little, I don't know. I don't know if she's tough enough because, boys cry too at this age, but I've seen boys cry, but they cry every game. We have to stop at least twice because she's crying. He's disgusting. He's saying he should get a life insurance policy. I can't with this. It's so manipulative. Oh my God, Jem. What the fuck? What is that? You should tell him, well, go tell somebody else you're not my responsibility anymore. Fuck. Why is he like trying to, like, what do you think his motive is in doing this? I don't know why. I find manipulative people so fucking fascinating because I don't understand why you would want to do that. My grandson is the same playing baseball. He plays catcher and he gets distracted. Yeah, baseball is very easy, I think, to get distracted in because, like, you're sitting there, well, not really the catcher. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Are you serious right now? Hold on a second. This is not happening. There's a huge stink bug on my fucking wall. I'm seriously going to lose my shit right now. Oh, I hate these things. Oh, my God. What am I going to do? I got to trap this motherfucker. Oh, don't go near my light. Oh my God. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something. Oh my God. Oh, that thing's so ugly. It's so ugly. Fuck. Tape, I need tape. Oh my God, where is this thing? I hate bugs. Oh my God, I lost it. Fuck. That I won't even be able to sleep tonight if I know that fucking thing is crawling around my house. We must fashion a stink bug trap. Oh my God, where is this fucking thing? Oh, is that it? Hold on. Oh my God. This is not okay. Ah! Fuck! They fly? No! I didn't know that. All right. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, I didn't know they flew. Oh, come on. Why does this have to happen when my husband's not home? Why? Oh, you motherfucker. I don't even know where this thing is right now. Hold on. Oh, God. I'm having like a fucking anxiety attack. Hold on. Oh my God. I need to wait. Oh. I don't know where it is. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there he is. There he is. All right. You're done. You're going down, motherfucker. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so scared of fucking bugs. Always has to happen when my husband's fucking not home, right? This is how you make a stink bug trap. You can't squish them or they fucking smell. I wish you didn't fucking fly into this room, stink bug. Motherfucker. Hold on. Anxiety attack. It's right near my fucking chandelier. You son of an ugly fucking shield looking motherfucker. Excuse my language. This is how you make them. See, they get in here, cut the bottle off, right? And then use any type of tape. I'm using hockey tape because it's me, and that's all the only fucking tape I could ever find because my son uses all my tape all the time. Oh my God, this is not sturdy enough. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I just won't be able to sleep tonight. Because, like, I'll have fucking... Oh, my God, you motherfucker. Why'd you have to come in here? You know, it's so funny. I was just thinking the other day, wow, haven't seen any of those around. Well, lucky me. Today's my lucky day, huh? Now there's fucking one hanging out on my ceiling. All right. Hold on. This son of a bitch. He's going down. Going down. Hold on. Hold the fuck on right now. Okay. Now, here's the problem. I don't want to get too close to this thing. So what we're going to do... Oh, God, it's so ugly. Hold on. You know why this is. It was nice and warm out yesterday. So this motherfucker was like, hey, it's spring. No, not spring yet. Stay in your little stink bug fucking house. Oh, this thing's so gross. I'm so sorry. Jem, I'm so sorry. Because I know you're getting a life insurance policy. Oh, I'm like way behind. Hold on. This motherfucker's going down. There's a stink bug. I'm leaving that up there. This way, in case anybody wonders why I'm freaking out right now. I'm on my MacGyver shit right now. Hold on. I've fashioned many of these before. Wish me luck, guys. I'm afraid to squish it. Otherwise, I would fucking throw a shoe at it or some shit. But no. They smell. Motherfucker is so ugly. It looks like a shield with fucking legs. Ugh, and antennas, which makes... I didn't know they flew. I'd never seen one of them flying before. See, now I don't even have to get near it because I'm deathly afraid of bugs. I don't even know how I'm going to do this right now, but I've done it before. You guys want to see? Hold on, let me see if I can point you guys up there. Oh, motherfucker. You guys aren't going to be able to see. Well, he's right there. Can you guys see him? All right. There he is. Get in, motherfucker. Come on. Come on. Full. There you go. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Try getting out, you little shitter. You guys see him? There he is. Look. Oh, no. You ain't coming out. No, 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 motherfucker. Bye. Go freeze outside. Where you stank ass. No, I hate this thing. He's gone. All right. We're back. That didn't just happen. Oh my God. Dude, the sticks outside took me. That shit. I had one of them damn things. My husband finds them all the time. I have to look up there and just make sure he didn't leave any fucking of his little friends behind. God, that thing's so ugly. Do you guys ever see them? I look like a nun. Pick it up with a Kleenex, John. That would require me getting next to the thing. That ain't happening. I don't want to be nowhere near that thing. The worst. Yeah, I think it's time for a new house. The worst is one day I was in the shower and this is the worst day of my life. One of the worst days. Yeah, no, Stephanie Lee, if you crush them, they stink horribly. I've never crushed them, but I've heard, and I don't even want to find out. I kind of do a little bit, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations. Like, I'd rather figure that out outside, not in the house, though. But anyway, I was in the shower one day. I get out, drying myself off with my towel, wrap the towel around me, open my fucking shower door. I don't know why I went like that, because my shower door opens like this. And I'm like, see like this kind of dark thing like out of the corner of my eye. And I look over and it's a fucking giant praying mantis, like this big. And his head's just like, meh, like looking right at me. And I fucking bugged out, ran out of the fucking house in my towel. I was like, I couldn't breathe. Okay. My brother, I was still talking to my brother at this point in time. So my brother was coming to have lunch with me while he was with Satan. This is when he first started dating Satan. And I was like, dude, you got to go get it. And he's like, fuck that. I ain't touching that thing. He's so useless. He's so fucking useless. So I had to wait for my husband to get home. So I literally closed my bathroom door. Like, my husband's even scared of these motherfuckers. Those things are scary. Any bug that could fucking turn his head and look at you, I'm good. I'm good. You need to stay over there with your fucking neck, all right? And your 360-degree head, like the fucking exorcist. Go. I don't need you. That thing was so gross. So scary looking. And it was watching me. So I drew a picture of a praying mantis and I hung it on my bathroom door. And I was like, do not open. And I put a little bubble. Said, I was watching your wife shower today. And I like stuffed towels under the door so it couldn't get out. I'm like terrified of bugs. Like absolutely terrified. My husband like hates it. I'm like, listen, I'm not scared of much in life. But anything that has little fucking little legs like that and wings, I'm good. I'm good. Birds excluded. I like birds, but I do not fucking like any type of bug. There's no bug out there that I'm like, oh, he's cool. No, they're all fucking disgusting. Butterflies included. Butterflies are just fucking bugs with pretty outfits on. That's all they are. Oh, buzzing noises. Ooh. Sometimes I watch these videos, my monkey videos, and I'll have my earbuds in, and like you'll hear a buzzing noise. Oh, so I hate the noises. I hate them. See, centipedes are right. They're gross. They're ugly. I wouldn't want one near me, but those I can deal with as long as it doesn't fly. As long as they don't fly, I'm okay with them. Spiders, I'm like, yeah, of course, I don't love them. I'm not like, hey, spiders, come on, come hang out. Let's go in my bed, you know? But they're not as bad because they don't move as fast. They're fucking, they could only crawl. They can't fly and like land on your ear. Ooh, I Hi, Leanna. I come in, but I'm usually silent. Hey, Miss OMG, don't be silent. There's no reason for silence around here. Come in and say hi. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Who super chatted me? I'm sorry. I just noticed that. Thank you, Jewel, for bug spray. I think I have some. I heard the stink bugs though really smell. All right, I'm gonna try to take you guys outside with me. I need a cigarette. Thank you for the entertainment. Oh, thank you, Beefers. Watching me freak out about a fucking stink bug. You guys don't understand. My husband gets like mad at me, and I know he thinks I'm being dramatic, and I probably seem like I am because I do freak out and look like probably an asshole. But like I get such bad anxiety about bugs. Like I can't like get over it. I don't know how to. I wish I could. I don't want to be scared of it. Ooh, now I feel like everything's crawling on me. I just like I get anxiety and I don't know. I feel like they're crawling on me. Like I'll sleep tonight with a fucking hoodie on like this tonight. You'll see me. Cause I'll be thinking all night that this motherfucker's gonna climb in my ears or some shit. We're good. There was a spider cricket in my room not long ago on my bed. That was fun. I didn't sleep in my room for about a week. Wow, I'm a guy for stink bugs. Oh my God. Thank you, KJ. I'm just telling you guys though, if you're scared, it works not only with stink bugs, it works with every bug. You just cut the thing and flip it. This one was not really ideal, so I just wasted an entire little bottle of water. But the other one I had to go out in my car and get. But yeah, you flip the top part over and just tape around it. And like, I guess once they go through this little funnel thing, they can't get back up and through it. I'm sure maybe some of them can, but stink bugs can't. So you got like, I don't know what I would do without my husband though, because like, all right, I was able to do that. But if there was a fucking camel cricket in here, sorry, I'm moving out of my house. I'm not fighting that thing. Like those are slow moving and they stay pretty stationary, but camel crickets, those motherfuckers jump at you. They don't give a shit. They're not scared of you at all. And everybody's like, oh, it's not gonna hurt you. No shit. I know that a little bug's not gonna hurt me, but I have anxiety about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault. Like I don't want to fucking be like this. I hate them. Oh, I'm like sweating. And I hate beetles. Oh God, any kind of beetle. I was watching a fucking monkey video and the thing was eating a fucking beetle. Like, like Fear Factor. Bye. I wouldn't have even made it past like the fucking introductions on that show. I'm good. What's a camel cricket, Z-hounds? The fucking ugliest goddamn thing. It looks like a crossbreed between a cricket and a fucking tarantula. Oh, it's so gross. They're so gross. They're giant fucking crickets, like, but they have huge spider legs. Like, they're not like a regular cricket where the like legs. I'll show you a picture, but I hate looking at them. I'm like even scared to touch them on my phone. That's how bad this fear of bugs is. Very bad. It's like very, very bad. It's extreme. I might need to get like hypnotized or something. Ugh, I don't even want to look at this thing. Oh God, it's so ugly. Ooh. Oh my God, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Oh God. Oh, that's so ugly. Why does this exist? Why would God make a creature like this? This thing makes me question my faith. Like, why do we need this? What purpose does that thing serve on this planet? Ooh. Gem. Do me a favor, Gem. You got my emails on my About Me section. If you need to talk, hit me up. I might take me like a day to like get back to you, but I promise I will. No, Remy, these things are like this big. You don't have them there. Okay, stink bugs and spider crickets are new to this area. They never existed before, but they got brought over from like, I don't know, Europe or some China, some shit like that. And now everybody's fucking infested with these motherfuckers around here. Cave crickets. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of names. Camel cricket, spider cricket, cave cricket. they're just all disgusting. That's pretty much it. Who just gave me $5? Thank you. Who's that? I can't see. Oh, Ditterbug, thank you. See, Ditterbug, you've seen them. You know what I'm talking about, girl. You know. Do you have cave crickets? Because those things are fucking gross. My neighbor across the street, his sister lives in the basement, and like he's like, oh yeah, they're like all over their basement, and like I won't even go down in my basement during the summer because there's so many of them. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. So like, what if something happened to my husband one day, and who's gonna kill crickets for me? And he's like the worst. He is the worst. I'll call him and be like, kill this thing. And as scared as he knows I am, he like takes his time. He's not good. Stink bugs are new here. I've had a problem with them for years now. For 3 years? Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have them that much. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, Mandy, they say you could do that. That's another way to get rid of them. But I don't want my vacuum to smell like a stink bug. I don't know if it would. I'm just assuming it would. That's well, BBC, I worry about not having him for other reasons. But I do think to myself, God, I mean, like, I try to teach myself how to do everything so that I could, no, just God forbid, BBT, to make me not sound fucked up, let me explain. My dad passed away and my mom was alone for like 10 years. And so like, I saw her struggling. My mom couldn't, like, I had to go to her house one day and pick a dead mouse up. I don't fucking like mice at all, let alone a dead mouse. Now, again, I know people be like, well, a dead mouse can't hurt you. I just don't. Like, I don't want to touch dead fucking animals. Sorry. But I had to do it because she had no man around, And, like, I think of those things, What if, God forbid, something happened to my husband one day? There's, like, things that, like, I can hang a lighting fixture by myself. Don't need my husband around. I could do a lot of things like that. But bugs and, like, creatures, nope. Can't handle it. Sorry. Mice want to jump on you. Ugh. I gotta be honest though, I think I'd rather have a mouse than that motherfucking stink bug in my house. That's for sure. I hate stink bug. I hate bugs. Like, it's bad. It's a phobia. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure there's a name for it. I know spiders is arachnophobia, but I don't know what like bugs, any kind of bug phobia is. I always find black crickets in our basement. Oh, they're missing legs. Oh, they're so ugly. Their fucking legs are so ugly. God, why do bugs exist? They don't even do anything. Wait, you're scared of electricity? Are you talking about like lightning? Oh, you mean like when I was saying to get electrocuted? But as long as you turn off the circuit, nothing will happen to you. Trust me, I was a little scared of getting zapped because I'm a little fucking stupid sometimes. But it was so easy. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe all these years I could have been changing light fixtures like nonstop. I just looked it up on Google, on YouTube, and I watched a video. Silverfish are fucking gross, bro. Ooh, brown recluse spiders. Those like bite you. They can fuck you up, right? See, that's why I've thought of like moving down south, like Florida, and they have those palmetto bugs, and I would not be able to live with those things. Like, or like out in like Arizona where they have like, what are those things? Scorpions? No, thanks. I'm good. Warmer climate, more bugs. I'm good. I don't like bugs. Frogs? No, I don't think frogs. Frogs are creepy as fuck, dude. I mean, they're cool, but like, I wouldn't want to touch one. No. I will never touch a snake, and I'll never touch a frog. I'll touch a lizard. That's about as far as I'll go with reptiles. But I touched my friend's iguana. The thing was so weird feeling. Ooh, what's a potato bug? I never heard of that. Yeah, that's why, Johnny. Ugh, I'm getting like the heebie-jeebies. Those palmetto bugs that look like roaches. Oh my God. They had a roach problem. Oh, Mandy, what's in my aquarium right now? It looks like nothing but moss, but I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. I have some what the fuck are they called? Leopard danios. They're pretty. I wish I could show you closer, but I can't. Oh, I'll join my stream from my phone and you guys could see. Hold on. And then I have, what are the freaking, oh my god, not candy cane tetras. What the fuck are they? Some type of tetra. I don't know what the fucking name is. They have like a black and white tail and a red face. Why can't I remember their name? And the rest of them are all endlers, and there's like thousands of them in there. In fact, I need to get rid of some. You could cull when your fish have babies, but like I don't know. I don't like to purposely kill fish. So I'm trying to not feed them as much because I do feed, like, it's very easy to overfeed fish. So I try not to feed them like too much, so it keeps the population down a little bit. But these motherfuckers breed like rabbits. They have babies like constantly. It's ridiculous. And these are called live bearers. Live bearers. So there's two different types. I think, well, there might be three. Most fish lay eggs, okay? And then they hatch from the eggs. Like cichlids, they have baby fish and they carry the eggs in their mouth, believe it or not, for a period of time. And then the father fish actually looks after them. And but they're born by eggs. These types of fish called live bearers, which includes mollies and endlers and guppies, those types of fish, they are live bearers. So they actually like get pregnant and have babies, like regular babies, not an egg. They don't hatch eggs. They release the baby live. So that's why they're called live bearers. I got really into fish tanks. Actually, when my mom passed away, it helped me tremendously dealing with my grief. I don't know. I got really into like, I bought at one time. Sorry, I just accidentally, I don't know what the hell I did. But anyway, I got into the fish when my mom passed away. It was just, it kept me, I don't know, it kept my mind busy. I had 10 fish tanks at one time. Then I went down to 8. I had a crayfish, he died. And then it just got too much. The reason I really downsized because I had pea puffers. Don't say that, Mimi. Fish are gross too. I love fish. They're so cute. I won't touch them though. Don't get me wrong. Like I see people like handling their fish. Yeah, no, I'm good. But I got over that fear, which was a fear. I was terrified of fish for pretty much my whole life. Like I liked looking at them, but like to stick my hand in a fish tank, hell no. But when my mom passed away, I really, really, really wanted a fish tank. So I just got into it. I got into like setting up all the fucking tanks with the landscape and the plants and whatever. I don't like to put my hands in there because like I don't like to get chemicals in the water because like I put lotion on all the time and I don't know, even soap. Like it's not really good with the soaps that have dyes and shit and whatever. Put your hand in there. But I mean, I'm not as scared as I used to be, but like I would have never been able to actually scoop a fish out and like put it into like another tank, and I can now, which is like huge because I wasn't able to do that. Why is this thing not working? What's going on here? So I have now this tank, which seriously needs to be cleaned, and I got 2 downstairs, and well, I had 4, but I just collapsed the fourth one. It's too much. It's a lot of work, dude, to keep up with them. Fuck, I just erased that. You have to clean them and do water changes, and to have 8 of them, which I did for like a good year or 2. And then I finally just was like, this is too much. It's becoming too fucking much. Plus I have a pond outside with goldfish. So my magic miracle goldfish. Hold on, I'm just typing this in. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot though. Plus Jesse, plus my dog. It's like, I think I was just, I don't know. I went through a thing. it was very good to get me through when my mom passed away. It helped keep my mind busy. It gave me something to do. It gave me that feeling of taking care of something because I was so used to taking care of her. And there was like this very empty just feeling. There was just this very empty feeling when my mom wasn't around anymore, you know, and I had to fill it with something. Plus, my son was going to school for full time for the first year. So it was like I felt lost. Oh, Neek, email me. Call me tomorrow. I need a favor for my grandma teacher. I don't know nothing about grandma except she makes good cookies. Somebody said that to me once, and I thought it was the funniest thing. All right, hold on. I'll show you guys my fish. Hold on. How do I do this now? Oh, I gotta add myself. Here we go with the echo. All right, I hope that's not messing. Add to stream. Okay. I wish it would let you okay. I wish it would let you it doesn't let you mute for some reason. It doesn't let you mute for some reason. Hold on. What's this mean? Disable auto processing. Oh. All right, forget it. I can't show you. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. There they are. This tank needs to be cleaned. I'm echoing. It's moss. They all swim in the moss, but I need to smoke a cigarette. That was just like the most stressful day of my life ever. Freaking bug. Neek, you missed it. Rewind back. There was a fucking stink bug in my fucking office while I'm like sitting there. I'm like sweating right now. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Amanda Dixon. Send it to me, Neek. Just send it to me. I'm like my cousin's grammar teacher. I'm probably not even the best grammar teacher because I could write good letters, but I feel like I don't know. One day I got really fucked up about commas, and I was like forgot how to use a comma. Like I was like, where do they go? I don't know. I feel like you should have to take like a refresher course and things like that as you age. Kroger's beef eggs. I love that you have a Kroger's. We don't have those here. BBT Boston. I actually no, it's not a dumb question. It's actually a really good question. You could leave them and not do anything depending on the size of your pond because most of the time when it freezes, it's only like the top maybe inch or so. But they sell these immersible heaters that just kind of keep the water long enough, like warm enough so that it doesn't freeze over. So you could do that. You could just leave them too, but I don't know. I prefer the heater. I don't know if we even put ours in this year yet, but they go into like sort of hibernation, like a suspended animation. They don't eat. We don't feed them the whole entire winter. I mean, I won't feed them again. I think the last time I fed them was in October, and the next time I'm gonna feed them, it'll be like May, the end of May, or like middle of May. You'll start knowing when it's time to feed them because they start coming up to like the top more often. Like they legit just sit still for like the whole winter. It's so weird. I know where to put all the commas and the periods. Yeah, Neek. I was good in English. That was probably like the one fucking subject that I was good. Tiffany, who cares? That's fine. Don't worry about it. So far, it's been a slow night, except for the stink bug and, my pond it's pretty decent size. It's I think it's about 4 foot by 5 foot. It doesn't look that big, but it's about, and then it's about, I think the deepest is 2.5 feet or 3 feet or something like that. We did it ourselves. So, Mandy, we should have spoke too soon because now we're just gonna start getting fucking tons of trolls. So there was a guy that came into the live last night. Something Vasquez. I don't know if you guys remember. Snoop, could you stop?
And he's like, he emailed me, which I thought was weird because most people don't email. I don't know. It was, and he was like, oh, like, why'd you block me from your live? And I was like, sorry, dude, I don't block people. It was probably one of my mods. And then I don't know, he was like bugging out this guy. It was a little weird. I'm like, why are you emailing me? Hope you're not watching. How did you line the pond? Oh, Stephanie, we bought a liner. They sell it's almost like a big tarp, but it's like kind of rubbery a little bit. They sell those in the store. They're really, to believe it or not, to build your own pond is very simple. It's the waterfall that's complicated. I have to take my whole waterfall apart this year. There's some things that we did that I wish I would have, like, if I had to do it again, which I might have to do it again because my husband wants to make the hockey rink bigger. I might have to dig it up, but there's a couple of things that I didn't do really. So this was the first time we actually like made our own. But all you do basically is you could take a string or spray paint and just kind of make a shape in the lawn, wherever you want to put it or wherever it is. And then you want to make 2 shelves, they call them, which is basically just like somewhere where you could put plants because you want to have plants and shit around so that, animals can't get them. And then, I keep like heavy plantage on my shelves in my pond, and it prevents animals from being able to get the fish. And then you want to make it deep enough too. But I know some raccoons, they don't give a fuck. They'll go in the water and take your fish. But lucky for us, we haven't had that happen yet. Oh my God. KB Bells, I caught one when my parents had a little pond at our house. And well, my parents bought these expensive koi fish, which looking back now, they were so stupid because koi fish get huge. Goldfish can get huge too, but koi fish grow a lot faster. Um, but they bought all these expensive koi fish, and it was just a very small pond. And a fucking raccoon. My dad was like, "How are these fish getting taken out?" And one night he asked me to sit by the window, so I was like, "All right." And I saw it. I saw that thing literally go into the pond and like grab the fish out like it was nothing, and it just fucking devoured it. Koi fish freak you out? Why? They're so pretty. Maybe because they have the little barbell mustaches. Could you stop? Stop. Stop it. Fucking dog. Snoop. Snoop can. All right, Snoop, come on, dude. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to just sit here petting you all day and all night? How does the waterfall work? All right, so you put a pump in the bottom, right? And then from the pump, you put a tube that goes out into this. They sell like they basically sell a filter / water filter thing. I don't know if I have one in my Amazon store, but I should probably add it. But anyway, it pumps the water, so the pump sucks the water out, and pushes it through the tube. Could you stop? Could you stop? And then it comes down the waterfall, and it just kind of cycles. It's so simple. It's a lot more complicated, but mine, I don't know, something happened to it last year and it was leaking, and that's a scary thing because, if you lose water, it could end up like draining your entire pond. So we kept losing water and we couldn't find where the leak was, so we just turned it off, and this year when it gets nice out, like probably in like April or May, I'm gonna have to like rebuild my waterfall from scratch pretty much. It was a learning process. I did the whole waterfall by myself. Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys. We'll take a walk in the backyard. I just have mm, I hope it's not buffery. Let me see if I can walk back there. Hold on. Come on, Sue. It's not gonna look that great because it's freaking dark out, but you'll get the general idea. Hold on. Snoop, he's such a pain in the ass. He's the biggest pain in the ass. Come on. He has to be right behind me, like he's my damn shadow. Stop at the rink. I'll show you the rink. It's so dark on this side, though. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything. Well, all right, hold on. I have to turn the comments off. So let me flip that. Is it working? Yeah. Oh wow, you can't even see anything. Wow. Well, it's fucking dark. That's. Oh, I hope I don't step in shit. Fuck. Forgot. There's lots of dog shit around here. I'm on the rink right now. BBT. We don't have any walls up yet, but it's pretty much this whole. I don't know. It's hard to see. We just got my son the basketball net, but my husband wants to do boards. So far, it's actually not that bad because there's a little bit of a lip. You see that white? I don't know if you guys can see. It's not good, but that's where the probably better over here. We haven't filled it yet because it hasn't gotten cold enough. Oh my god, I haven't even been near my pond. Oh shit, I gotta. Oh, there's the fish. They came up. That's so weird. Holy shit. Yeah, that's it. So I built that whole waterfall completely by myself. The water comes out in the middle, but it was leaking last year, so I'm gonna have to take it all apart. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, but you could kind of see the shape of it. So that's the whole thing. The pond. It's a mess back here now and then I have another little pond, little water garden. I had fish in there this year. They freaking must have had eggs when I put the plants in, and there was fish, little baby fish in there. So we threw them in here. There was like I think we counted 12 or something like that. So yeah, this is it. Like I don't know. I really should have taken the plants out. I gotta come out here one day because it's gonna cause a lot of decay in the water. Okay, I'm gonna flip you guys back around to chat. Wait, what happened? Okay. Yeah, so if you guys go on, I'm trying to think of which video it's. Oh, it might be called The Whole Get Ready With Me. I think that's the name. If you go on that, I show my pond like when it's actually like functioning with the waterfall and everything. God, I hope I'm not stepping in shit right now. I stepped in shit the other night. I'm just so mad. Mm. Have you ever seen? Yeah, VBT. That shit's so expensive. We thought of getting that. We were thinking of putting like the roller hockey rinks. They have that like I don't know tile that's like vented, but that shit sucks skating on it. It's horrible. So, but yeah, the synthetic ice is awesome. I wish they would make it more affordable. Oh, you motherfucker! Stop, Snoop! Ew, he's eating his shit. Get, dude. Are you fucking kidding right now? You're so gross. You are the grossest dog I've ever met in my life. He's eating his shit literally right now. Yeah, Mimi, they have a fake ice. Like they have a synthetic ice that you could actually ice skate on. It's plastic, but I don't know how it works, but it does. Because the thing is with hockey is it's hard to practice hockey when you're home if you don't have ice. You know what I'm saying? If you play ice hockey, the only time you could really, really practice is when you're home. And if you're stick handling on ice versus stick handling on like cement or whatever is a lot different. The puck slide's different. So I guess somebody came out with it. I've never skated on it. You've skated it? I've never tried the synthetic ice. It's so expensive. I would love to get it. I wanted to get like a roller hockey flooring, but you can't. Yes, Stephanie, but I don't want him helping. Then he has shit breath. I don't know why dogs do it. This fucking dog's the only dog I've ever met in my life that does it. I didn't know other people's dogs were stupid like him. Yeah, I drink some water, Snoop. Fucking wash that shit down. I've never seen it in my life. He started doing it, and I've tried everything I can. They were like all these tricks. It's like you go online. It's like feed him pineapples and feed him pumpkins and pumpkin whatever it is, pumpkin in a can. Nothing works. He don't give a fuck. Supposedly, like I don't know, when they digest pineapples, it makes shit not taste good. But like, how do you make shit? I would assume shit already doesn't taste good. I mean, yo, dude, do not wipe your shit mouth on my fucking seats. Thank you. He's like wiping his face on my seats. Get out of here. Ugh, it's so gross. Everything they've said, they've even said, yeah, right, Stephanie, cleanest mouth my ass. No, thank you. Every freaking thing they have said, we tried and tried and tried and tried. Nothing stops this dog. He just loves his shit. He loves his shit. What can I say? Disgusting. Oh, he did a 10-minute holy shit. I get the place that is cheaper. Oh, 3K is not that bad if you think about it. Crap is like perfumes to dogs. Oh, Stephanie, I will never let him lick me. This dog is never allowed to lick me. If he ever like, he's not allowed. Just because of that reason. I'm like, dude, until you stop eating your own shit, you're not licking me. God knows what else you eat. Beefers. People are probably like, what's wrong with this lady? She's laughing to herself. Crap is like perfume to dogs. Oh, that's so funny. I really want to try that BBT bus, and hopefully we'll get to do that because we're, hoping that Jesse's gonna skate and go far with his skating, so we'll be able to go to like those kinds of things. My dog must love her shit too. It's like, oh, God, the thought just makes me nauseous. Ugh. Fucking idiot, this dog. I heard it was because and it makes sense if you think about it. Some of their food, if you buy food at the store and it's got greens in it, like corn, like, because if you look at a lot of dog food, corn is the first ingredient, right? In most of them, because it's so cheap. And if you think about it, what happens when we eat corn, right? We've all been there before. We eat corn and it comes out the other end. It stays, it somehow maintains its shape, even though you chewed it, which always is weird. But corn doesn't really digest. We're not meant to digest corn. So dogs aren't either, right? So basically, part of their food is coming out undigested. I don't know. I read this whole thing about it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to buy something that has no corn or greens or anything. That didn't fucking work. This dog just loves shit. There's nothing else I could do. Dog's supposed to not like lemon sprays poop with it. Like, we try to pick it up, but we can't be on top of every time he shits. Or they're lacking a mineral. Yeah, KB Bells, that could be it too. I don't know though. I've tried everything. I just like, we gave up. We were trying and trying and trying, and it was like, all right, this dog just like, he enjoys his shit. And he never gets sick, so I don't know. Maybe it's making him immune to something. I have no idea. Oh, you got it? Beefergs, try it out. Let us know how it is. I sent if you guys actually go in my Amazon store, which I always forget to post links to, because I'm not like Diane. Diane's like every week she's like fucking Diane's gonna have like the entire Amazon in her store pretty soon. She's so good at like adding things and like keeping up on it. I'm like horrible. But anyway, I put in B Ferg's son is he adopted the vegetarian life because I don't want to give personal information away, but I'll just say he became a vegetarian, so she's been cutting a lot of vegetables. And I said, you got to try this thing that my mom gave me, and it's cool. It's like dices them and whatever. So I added it to my store. If you guys check it out, if you go under one of my last grief videos, I think the link should be under there. I'm trying to like remember to put them under my lives after, but already tried it today. Oh, neat. Nice. Life changing. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That one's nicer actually, Beefers. That you got to screenshot and show me exactly which one you ordered. Because I don't know if you noticed there was different sizes. You poop out the shell around the corn, which is, yeah, exactly, Shannon. Yeah. And I love corn. Corn's so fucking good. It's so good. I eat it like a little typewriter, I'm like, ching. Do you guys do that or no? Just me. Okay. It's so good. You poop out the cord. Cord. Corn. Off topic, but I think my nephew plays hockey at the same rink. No way, Carrie. Carrie, would you mind emailing me? It's makeupmobster@gmail.com. I don't want to stay on here, so that's awesome. You know, one day I was at his rink. I don't know if this was you, but one day I was at the rink and I noticed like people looking at me. And I was like, almost like they kind of knew me, you know. But I don't know if they, I don't know if they maybe thought they did because I get that a lot. People come up and they're like, "Oh, are you, so and so sister?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, I must look like a lot of people because I got a lot of people coming up to me telling me that they look like somebody. I look like somebody they know. Yes, with a tongue of butter and a spoonful of sugar or salt or pepper. What's that? Tiffany Marie, stop apologizing, girl. You don't have to be in here the whole damn time. Like, you have a life, girl. It's okay. I know you're busy. I know what you're doing today. I know what you're doing. I'm stalking you. You poop out the shell. Yeah, meme. I could go for some roasted. I don't know if it's meme or mimi. How do you want it pronounced? I could go for some corn. Is this my husband? Yep. I always know his truck. I always know when I hear his truck coming around the block. I was young, mom, and I'm 40 and have two graduated from college, an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old. Oh, that is young. Damn. Hey, Chris. Oh. Not much. Not much. Had a stink bug incident.
What do you do?
I was by YouTube. I had a stink bug fucking come in the office. Bye. Grumpiest. He's grumpy. He's going for work. I'm craving elote corn. I gotta go back upstairs because this thing is gonna be blaring through my house. I told my sister-in-law to look out for you. So off up there. Oh shoot. All right. Yeah, definitely say hi, Carrie. That's so funny. I know somebody else from here found me and they were like, they messaged me on Facebook. They're like, "Do you have a YouTube page?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it ended up, it was like somebody I knew. They found, oh, sorry, echo. Hold on, let me end this one. All right, hold on. Yeah, so somebody from like my real life found me and they're like, "Are you on YouTube like, talking about the Chris Watts case?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." This dog's barking. I can't. I'm going to end this in a minute anyway because everybody's going to be coming up here and going to bed in a minute and they don't need to be awakened up by my stupid ass. Neem oil. What is that, Red Lotus? I never heard of that. Vorn on the Vob. I was a young mom. I'm 40. Have two. Yeah, wow. You must have been young. 40 from two. Wow. Graduating from college. Wow. Oh, I forgot I have ice cream in my freezer too. Ooh, I gotta eat that. It's different. Yeah, heart-shaped box. My cousin that was just in here a couple minutes ago, she had her second kid at 40. I don't know if I have the patience. I always wanted to have kids like before my 30s, at least by my late 20s, like 28. That was my ideal age because we all do that, right? Women, we're like, yeah, we're gonna have babies at whatever, and then life happens, reality kicks in, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't work out. You can't exactly plan everything. I don't know. I think I would have been more patient when I was younger. Like, I don't know. I feel like in your 30s, you just lose patience. And she came over here. We had my son's party 2 weekends ago, his birthday party. And so she lives far, so she drove out here and her son is so freaking cute. Both of them are, but the little baby is I love him. I just love him. He's so cute. He's 2 and he's a terror, but he's like my son. I'm used to his energy. Her first son was so calm. He's the same age as Jesse, so we would see him, at family parties, and he was only a couple of months behind Jesse, but he'd be like sleeping in the carriage all night, like through the whole party. Meanwhile, Jesse's like running all over the place, like ripping the house apart.
And I'm like, I just like we couldn't do a lot of shit when my son was a baby because he was so hard to contain. He had so much energy that like we just couldn't contain him all the time. So her second kid's like that now. You know, he's a little more active. And oh my god, I when she left that night, I was like, I don't know how she does this. Like, I love the kid. He's adorable. I love this kid. Oh my god, he's so cute. I wish I could show you guys a picture, but I wouldn't do that without her permission. But he's so freaking cute. This kid, she's half Japanese and half Italian, so now he's, I guess, a quarter Japanese or whatever. But he has that look. He still looks like, you know, he has Japanese, and he's just so cute and unique and adorable. He's just a doll. But he's an energetic doll. He was like up and down my steps. Like my house ain't baby proofed anymore, you know. And I'm like, oh my god, like because I forgot that a baby would be here, you know. And I was like, oh my god, like I was going back in my head that night thinking of all the things you need to do when you baby proof a house. And oh my god, I was like, I don't know if I could handle this again. Like going through the diapers and the terrible twos and the freaking, you know, putting everything in their mouths and running around and just being crazy. I was like, wow, you know, maybe I don't want another kid ever. I feel, yeah, my ice cream, of course it's from Friendlies, Tina. Come on, girl, what do you think? No. If I'm not eating Friendlies, I'm usually eating Haagen-Dazs. But I really gotta stop. I gotta get in shape before I go to Cancun. Hey, Warlock. Friendlies is the shit. But yeah, it's just, I looked at her, I'm like, damn, she's, you know, Jessie's still a handful at 7 years old. Like, but I can't imagine having another one. And then they would be so far apart in age at this point. I don't even know if it would be worth, like, it's not like it's gonna, you know, he's gonna be playing with the kid. When the kid's 7, Jessie's gonna be, you know, a teenager. And it's just, I don't know. We should have done it, you know. Ideally, if I was gonna have another kid, I would have tried to have him in like 2016ish, maybe like 2015. But that was when my mom got sick, and it just wasn't happening. I don't know. Somebody here, and I don't know if they're in here, and if they are, I don't mean to be like sharing your story. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest, but somebody shared, you know, I get a lot of emails from my grief series, and somebody shared a story with me, and they had just had a baby as I think it was their mother who was passing away, and like their family had no sympathy or empathy for the fact that they had just had a baby, like literally within days of when the mother passed away. I think it was like a day or two. It was just such a horrible story. Yeah, I don't know how I would have got through that if I had to drag my son around 3 years old. He was like sitting in the hospital with me and going to doctor's appointments. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that again. Mine were years apart. Like, yeah, beefers. Like, that's like my sisters. My sisters, when I was a baby, were like in their teens already, you know? So, well, my cousin Nico's like that. You know, her family, she was an only child most of her childhood. I mean, up until she was, I think, 15. And then because they had her young, you know, and then they had 2 more kids after that, like years and years later when she was 15. They had her sister, and then I think her brother was born, you know, a year or 2 later. So it's like, it's like 2 different generations of kids, 7 years apart. Oh, all right. Don't text and drive. Be friends. It's all right. I know we all do it. I'm like at the red light, like, ugh, like not paying attention. Tiffany Marie, as she and her, Science Girls Live. I'm not gonna get into that, but dude, I'm not seeing her, but I watched a little bit of her live last night, and I was just like, I can't believe some people that I was friends with that were like, they came and watched my live, right? You don't want to talk to me anymore or be friends with me anymore, but you'll sit here and watch my live, and then goes into the chat. Now, this is somebody who's older than me by far, and they're like old enough to be my mom, and they're like, oh, somebody just said on their live that they don't respect us. Well, I don't care. I don't care that this person, because look at the person that they respect. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, there's no reason for you to be doing that other than to just cause trouble for me, which is fucked up and psychotic. They're like, look, she said she hasn't lost a lot of respect. Didn't say for who, but she took it like it was about her, which it actually wasn't, but... And, you know, and then everybody, of course, in the chat's like, who is it? Who is it? Let me guess so I could cry all night. Let me guess so I could get my box of tissues. I was like, oh my God, these people are fucking whacked. Like, what's wrong with these people? And then that was it. Then she's like, you know, emailing it and like, oh, I don't want to stay in the chat. Like, what is wrong with you, lady? You're in your 60s. You need to fucking get a life, okay? Thanks. Pettiness beyond pettiness. And I'm not even trying to, like, I haven't said anything about this person. I haven't done anything to this person. All my lives have, like, the last how many lives have been focused on completely separate things. You know, we're having fun. I don't want to get dragged down into that hole, that rabbit hole. I see what's going on. I'm not blind. I'm just ignoring it because there's no point in me responding to any of it. But I just don't understand because I'm like I'm watching it and I'm just like, why would you, like, I'm trying to think, okay, what was the reason for doing that, really? Why? You didn't even know who I was talking about. Like, why would you do that? Just to, what? Do you want to get back at me for something? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your purpose of even doing that? Like, I never did anything to this person. Never did anything. And she's also running around going, that was a setup. This was a setup. And then they called me paranoid. I'm like, you're the one going around with all these conspiracies that I set up people. Because I ended up on a live stream at the same time as them and another person. It was a setup. It must have been a setup. No, it's called shit happens sometimes. I don't know. Why, like, the thing is, like, okay, if I was known for doing shit like that, then I can totally understand you saying that. But, like, when have I ever discussed setting somebody up with you? Never. So why would I start now setting people up? I don't need to set people up. Like... I don't know. It's so weird. It's just so fucking weird. Exactly, Julian. Attention. That's okay, Mandy Waller. Who made comments about her? Shannon Uncensored. You know, it's... I don't want to say anything bad about her, but, like, you do have to get a little bit thicker skin if you're going to be on YouTube. Because you can't call out everything. It's impossible. You're never going to please everybody. That's just in life in general. There's always going to be, you know, somebody that doesn't like you. And it doesn't matter how nice you are to them or how, you know, whatever. It just doesn't matter. If they make their mind up that they don't like you, then it's always going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. We don't have to all like each other. Like, that's totally fine. My eyebrows. Wait, it's this one. My eyebrows a little messed up. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to think to myself, like, all right, either something's going on in this person's life, right? And they're using this as an escape for it or some type of, I don't know, way to vent their anger and aggression out. Or they're just bored. You know, that could be a possibility. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe they can't handle rejection, you know, because, like, I'm a kind of person where if somebody shows me who they are, I kind of just like, all right, that's who you are. So I'm going to go this way or, you know, that way. Like, I'm not going to beg somebody to be my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody doesn't like me, I don't know. You know, it doesn't mean that doesn't hurt, but it just, I can't, I'm not going to conform to your beliefs just to make you happy. Like, if that's what you're looking for in a friend, I don't think this is going to work out as friendships. That's all, you know? Yeah, maybe they're an asshole. But I just sat back and I watched the whole last week of, like, all this shit going on. And I know all of it. Like, I've been watching. But I'm just, like, I'm kind of just sitting back, like, Wow, how do I get Remy's comment about the stink bug down? Hold on, let me... But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's not even worth it. It's just not worth it. Sometimes you just have to put your hands up and say it's not worth it and just walk away. And that's okay, you know? Because like when you're not fueling it and then it's still happening over and over and over again, it's pretty clear who the fucking asshole is, you know? Because if you keep fueling it, if I kept adding more and more fuel to the fire, I could totally understand people, you know, coming for me, but... And her thumbnail of her live is directed towards... That's okay. Oh. Whatever. That's alright, Shannon. Whatever makes you happy. I unsubscribed from Laura a long time ago, but recently started going back last 2 months, but no, I'm not a sub. Yeah, exactly, KB Bells. Like, I just got to a point where I was sick of, like, feeling, you know, I can't talk to certain people and I can't go certain places, and, you know, because I tried. Here's my thing in life, okay? I'm nice to you if you're nice to me. You know, if you didn't give me a reason to be an asshole to you, then I'm not going to be an asshole back to you. So if people are nice to me, even people that aren't like popular with everybody else, like Ben, for example, you know, so many people hate Ben, and you know, but if I see Ben in the chat, I'm nice to him. Because why? He's always been nice to me. He's always been respectful to me. So I'm not going to be mean to him. That's just how I am. I just try to treat people the same way that they treat me. To disrespect him's wishes. Well, yeah, that's a huge thing, Jewel. I mean, to me, you know, she wanted peace. She needs a place to go. You know, unfortunately, we're all in this weird little YouTube family, and she needed a place to go. And you, especially in her situation, like, you need an escape, you know? When you're in a hospital. She's in a hospital right now. You need an escape from that, because the hospital, just the environment is so depressing. And I know if any of you guys are nurses or work in the healthcare industry, you know this. It's not a fun place to be. You know, when I sat that last month in the hospital with my mom, like, I saw 2 people die. You know, a family where the mother was dying in the room with us. Like, it was, you know, it was a lot. It's depressing. I took it home with me every night. Like, it wasn't just my mom being there. It was the whole environment of the hospital. There's so many it's just so much sadness and bad news. And, you know, there was this kid that was staying at the hospital because his parents kicked him out of the house. And state hospitals can't refuse you. Like, they have to admit you. So he basically was living rent-free in the hospital and getting meals and everything. Until they could find somewhere to place him. And he like told me his whole life story one night, and it was so sad. I think he was gay, and the parents kicked him out of the house, and they didn't accept him because he was gay. It was like just so many stories I heard just from being in there, and it's so depressing that you need an outlet. You need somewhere to go and just kind of get your mind off of things, whether it's, you know, here or Netflix. And somebody like him who's very, very, very social and like needs to talk to other humans, you know, she needs a place like this that's just chill and whatever, and she could come back and watch this later, and you know, she could laugh at me getting my stink bug down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing the topic. Just remember, for the ice hockey shot, you can be a promoter. Ooh, no, BBT Boston, I'm cool. Could you email me? I'd like to, if you could, it's makeupmobstar@gmail.com, so it's pretty easy to remember, but if not, it's in my about me section. Actually, I could type it in the chat too, but I'd like to know more about that. My husband was like, he wanted to turn the whole basement into a rink. Hold on, I'll put my email in here. Makeup. You know, I don't know what, you know, what's going on in that chat right now, but whatever. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to participate. Right, Mandy? It affects you. I'm on family leave now. Yeah. Wow, that was, you said that last night. I remember you saying that. A Medivac. What's a Medivac exactly? Hit the likes. Thank you, Polka Dot Susan. I appreciate that. Yeah, social. See, like my husband almost he doesn't understand the whole YouTube thing either. He's like, I don't know why are you online with a whole bunch of people, blah blah blah. And I'm like, Chris, because like I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm home all day, and like I have friends, but they're all busy. Like people, when you're in your 40s, 30s, and 40s, and you have a kid and you have a family, you know, your life, your social life, kind of, you know, it's like non-existent. It's not that I don't have friends. It's just like I don't know. I'm social. I need to talk to people. I'm sorry. I talk to people. I'll talk to like fucking strangers in the store, like online. I'll have like whole conversations with them. I'm weird like that. That's just who I am. You know, I've always been like that. There's a history to prove it on my report cards. What the heck's on my lips? Man, they're really cool. Wait, hold on. I don't know if she answered that. Mandy Waller. I am. Oh, whoa. That's pretty cool. I didn't. Oh, wow. That's an exciting job, but also probably extremely intense because most of the time when people are getting airlifted, it's because they're in like dire need of help. Like dire need of help. It's funny here. I am social. Like, wow. Exactly. It's just like, okay, so you could talk, you know, we're all talking and having conversations. You guys, you know, you guys in the chat talk to each other like, sure, I'll send you a bunch of shit my friend does. I could hook you up. Thank you so much, BBT Boston. Please do. I'm interested to hear that because we were looking into. My husband wanted to do like either just like a little area where he could puck handle. I gotta show you BBT Boston because we have this super deker. It's called. It's almost like a game. It's like a little sheet of that kind of synthetic ice. It's probably just plexiglass because I don't think you could skate on it. But you could you have it teaches you puck handling. There's lights underneath it and you know, you have to follow it around with the puck and hit the little things. So my husband wanted to set up something indoor where he could what do you call it? You know, do a little puck handling and stuff. It took oh my God, I took a helicopter to Boston with my son during kidney failure. Oh my God, heart-shaped box. That's so scary. I know all too well about kidney failure, and it's not fun. After so many deaths in my family, I can't take the stress anymore. Mandy, I think that's so understandable. And good for you for taking time off to get your head together, you know? Because you could go back to work and, you know, what good are you going to be at work helping others when you're not in the right frame of mind? So, I mean, I admire that you took off time to deal with the stress of that because it's a lot of stress, especially, you know, so fresh. So, good for you. Those are only 150 enough to shoot. What do you mean? I lost brain cells and self-respect for the 3 minutes. Anyway, yeah, I was becoming worthless and couldn't do it. You know what, Mandy, though, you look back at your whole entire career and probably how many people you helped and saved and, you know, I think you're making a good choice. I really do. I think that's like admirable because a lot of people can't, you know, don't know when to call it quits. Especially, you know, after death. It's just hard. Be kind to yourself. Exactly. My homie is having a kidney issue. Oh no. Z Hounds, what's going on? Is he having like kidney stones or failure? Because you can't mess around with that, dude. If your kidneys fail, I mean, you could die from that. Like, so he needs to get his blood tested if he's having some serious issues. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so they keep adding squares until you get a... Wow, holy shit. I would love to have that, though. My thing is with that synthetic ice, though, is like, you know, there's no Zamboni, so to speak. So, like, where do you... I'm sure at some point in time there has to be wear on it from the skates. And how about stopping on it? Did you try doing like a stop on it and see if you could do a little snow whatever? Not snow plows. Those are the ones where you go like this. I forget the other one. Hockey stop, whatever. I was trying to have my husband teach me to do the hockey stops. It's really hard. It's difficult to position your body the right way. And I'm scared because I don't get time on the ice where I'm in like my equipment on. And I'm scared to do it without because I'm scared I'm going to fall and fucking break my arm. Just because we can be just because we can be superwoman to everyone at times doesn't mean we should always try to be self-care. Exactly, KB Bells. Thank you. Self-care is heroic too. They last 3 years totally like ice. You know, Dubai Zamboni. That's pretty cool though. Thank you, friends. I love it, but I have to make sure I take my vacation. Yeah, exactly, Pamela H. Get away. You need a break. Thank you. It was back to back with my grandmother in November. No, Mandy, that's way too soon. Way too soon. I wouldn't have even been able, like, I don't know if I would have, if I was working when my mom passed away, I would have had to take off a month or so, maybe a few months. I don't think I would have been able to handle it. Like when my dad passed, I went back to work the week after. I didn't take off long at all. I didn't want to sit home and dwell on it. But I don't know. My mom's like, I was devastated. I was just in shock. I couldn't even like move. It was so hard that first couple of months. Like, oh my God, it's bad. And you're just like, you're only a couple of weeks out. So, you know, give yourself time and be patient. And, you know, one day you will look back and you'll be like, all right, you know, at least I'm not there. At least I'm not that, you know, in that spot anymore. Like, you know, you got through the hard part, really. You got through the hardest part. And from here on out, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good days and bad days. But you're going to get through it. You'll get through it. And before you know it, you know, you will look back and go, wow, you know, I have improved, even though it doesn't always feel like it has, you know. And unfortunately, and it's an upsetting thought, but like you get used to it. You're not going to get used to it for a long time. You know, it took me so long to get used to the fact that like I couldn't call my mom or talk to her, but like now, you know, 3 years later, unfortunately, I'm used to it. So you'll get through, right, Mandy? You'll keep, you know, keep yourself occupied and busy. I know you don't want to go back to work, which I think is a good decision on your part, but just, you know, write. Just anything you can do to keep your mind occupied. You know the saying, idle hands are the devil's playground, you know? So you need to keep yourself busy. I like redid all the rooms in my house, and I had projects constantly going on because I needed something to focus on. You know, it's one thing to like stay busy, like reading a book or something, but it's kind of good to have a project going that you could keep yourself focused on. Like I did a garden outside. So that was something that kept my focus for a little bit. You know, I was like looking for plants and, you know, planning it out and whatever. I hung a thing that said in memory of mom. You know, it was a project that kept me busy, that just kept my mind occupied. So yeah, my mom was really young. Yeah, polka dot Susan. I still do too. 3 years. I'm in my third year. I still have days where I'm down. Especially this time of year, you know, Christmas, and you think of family and all that. You're framing your basement. There you go. Good. Keep yourself busy. That's the best advice that I could give you, is just to keep yourself busy. Sup, John? I journaled a lot. Beefergs, yeah. I actually have it in my Amazon shop. I would love to send these to people because I know it's hard. And Em's actually sent me one too. She sent me this book to fill out. But I found one called, I think it's called Angel Catcher, and it asks you questions and you can fill those out. By the time I got it though, it was like, I think I was already like, I don't know, a year into my grief, you know, so it was different. I probably could have used it a lot more in the first couple of months when I was like going through everything in my head and trying to reprocess like what the fuck did I just go through, not only just with my mom, but with my family. you know, and all that shit. It was like my head was just ready to burst open. Like I was like, what just happened? That's how I felt for like a good year. I was just like, what the fuck happened? You know, because while you're going through it, you're like not really taking the time to process it because it's so, you're just going through it, you know? So, but journaling's a great thing to do. I journaled my whole life pretty much. I don't anymore, but I always found writing, which is why with these videos, even, I mean, the videos actually started as a blog. I don't know if many of you guys know that, but I actually have a whole entire blog that I wrote about, you know, what I went through while my mom was in the hospital. And it's probably a lot more detailed in some ways because it was so fresh when I wrote that. I started writing it that January when my mom passed away. I bought my own domain name and everything. So it helped a lot to sit there and just kind of write, and it helped me go through everything in my head. And then telling you guys, you know, making these videos, which I never really thought I was ever going to do. I had thought about it, but I also was like, I don't know if it's a good idea. Because it's gonna really damage my relationship like permanently with my family if I make these videos. Like that's it, you know. You're making a decision to basically say like that's it, Leanna. You're never talking to these people again. Like, so they're bashing him on who, Melanie? Dude, Melanie, that shit is so toxic. The environment that those people create is so toxic, and it's, I just can't. I don't know. Yeah, Mandy, thank you. I hate that I went through it too, but that's what ultimately sold me on the idea that I felt like, all right, it could help people. Because if I could prevent somebody from having to go through this, like, I'll be happy. If one person, one parent, you know, I don't know, discusses their wishes with their kids, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's so many facets to it. That's why I hate when people are like, she just talks about her brother and her family. I'm like, there's so much, the story is so much deeper than that. There's so much more than just my family and my brother, because they think that it's all about my brother and his wife. I'm like, no. I mean, yeah, it kind of started off that way, but I have no choice. They were part of me settling the process. So, I mean, the estate, how am I not supposed to include them? Of course, they're part of the story. Thanks, John. It's like, yeah, they just want, God, I don't get it. It's exhausting to be like that 24 hours a day. It is. And you see, when you don't respond to it, eventually they'll run out of things to say. At least that's what my logic is thinking. But I haven't responded to anything, and it's been, they find things. They'll find anything. Yeah, death brings out ugly. Money. It's not the death, Stephanie. It's the money that brings out the ugly in people. You know? Money and things. It's not even the death. It's the freaking money, and that, you know, I think that's what brings out the ugly. It's cool to chill with good people and not even leave the house. Exactly. I need positive. Yeah, Mimi, I'm praying for you. I know you have a lot of stuff going on. Everybody give a heart for her because she needs it. She needs it. Good woman. She's a good woman. Life moves on, for everyone, but we're still stuck in time trying to make sense of things and find a way to move forward. Exactly, B-Ferds. We're just sitting here like it is. It's hard to get through the day sometimes. I know you know. Ugh. I got a lot of episodes to catch up on. That's all right, John. They're not going anywhere. I'll be keeping them up. I've been afraid to see your series because I know I'll think about my family. We're going to start. Yeah, John. It's intense, but it's funny too. You know, I think I try to make it like, put like humor in there so it's not like all this like depressing story. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of everything. It's funny. I joke around, you know, because I have to. What else could you do when you go through a shitty situation? You kind of just have to make it a joke out of it, in a sense. I have a lot of episodes. That's all right. It's not going anywhere. I have to make a playlist because the first half I made a playlist. I should do the same so that people would just watch it. Your series was so great. I watched a lot of them. Thank you, BBT Boston. I'm not done yet. I still have to finish it. So, somebody came in my comments the other day and they were like, "You said that you were gonna get it up this week, and I've been checking every day." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." I know it's so hard because my husband's home during the day now, and my son, and then that's usually when I film, and I could film while he's here. It's just like, I don't know. I feel it's so weird. This is my own mental thing, but I feel like I just like when nobody's here. I feel like I could think better. You know what I'm saying? I just saw your playlist going to 43. So John, no, there's when evil enters your life, and then there's when grief enters your life. It's essentially all the same, story, but it goes through, my mom, before my mom died, during her illness is the whole first series up until like when she died. And then the whole series after that says when grief enters your life, that's from when she died all the way on past that. Get a job. Is somebody jealous that I sit home and don't have to work? Sorry to hear that. Sorry. The hard hats. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, you're silly. That's the funniest thing. That's the only thing you could come up with is to get a job. That's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Yeah, being a mom is a job. It sure is. I don't need a job. I don't have to work right now. Hence the reason I don't fucking work. Sure, it's hard. I'm lucky that I don't have to work. And I'm thankful that I don't have to work because I got to be home and raise my son. So, I don't know. Thanks, Beefers. Jaden James. What a bunch of hard hat emojis. People get really angry when, like, you don't pay that attention to them that they want. Clemson. Where did I see that? I think that popped up in my friggin' suggested things. Thank you, sweetie pie. I appreciate that. They need to go sit on their hands. They need to go sit on a spiked, I don't know, something. College football game for my ex-wife. I've always been... John's a Dolphins fan. What? John's a Dolphins fan? Oh my God, that's ironic. My cousin's husband, who's from here, absolutely loves the Dolphins. I don't know why. I don't watch football. I can't do football. I just can't. I watch... Sometimes, like, on a Sunday, when I'm lazy, I'll just sit there, and my husband will be watching it, and I'll just, like, zone out and watch the TV. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what is going on? All they're doing is talking and walking around. What's going on? Like, there's, like, 2 seconds of, like, action, and then it's, like, 10 minutes of them talking and moving around, and it's so weird. That's how, and I know baseball is boring too, and it's hard to sit through a whole baseball game, but I love baseball, but it is hard to sit through a whole game. I like watching the playoff games though and shit, especially when the Yankees are in it. But hockey now, I think, is like my new favorite sport because it's quick, it's action. There's nonstop action. I mean, yeah, every once in a while they pause to like do a puck, whatever, drop. I don't know what you call it, face off. I'm like losing my train of thought. Did you know women who are homemakers have it? I wish. Love Hollis. God, I wish. How does football? Thank you, Beefers. 20 seconds into 20 minutes. I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like when there's 5 minutes left in a hockey period, it's like 5 minutes, or it could be maybe 5 minutes and like 20 seconds because they stop, but it's like, oh my God, it's so freaking slow. I just don't get it. And I don't even want to get it because I watch it and I'm like, this is so boring. They're like 8-hour games. How long is the average football game? Because, like, the average hockey game, I think, is like an hour, if even, maybe 45 minutes. Well, there's 3 periods. I think they're 20 minutes each. I'm not sure. I forgot, but they're a lot quicker. It's never 5 minutes. It's like 3.5 hours. Holy shit. Who is going this year to the Super Bowl? You got me. I don't even know. If I could name more than 5 football teams, I'd be amazed. John, you write MMA articles? That's like so random. A lot of guys are into that. I don't know. I don't like. That's another thing. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. We had a winter classic a couple. But see, like, oh, in Dallas, the Cotton Bowl. That's fun. Like, I know football's huge down in like the South and like the midsection of the country. Football's like huge. I mean, it's like life for people. Up here, it's not that it's not big. It's just I don't know. It's not as like big. Like I know I remember when like they started showing all those shows on MTV that like, you know, these kids like they have homecoming and it's like it's almost like the prom. Like they don't do that where we live. Nobody has homecoming dances. I don't think. I didn't have one. Like we had homecoming. They had a game and I think they would do like maybe a little parade or some shit, but nothing crazy. Not like it is in other states. They make a big fucking deal about homecoming in other states. It's like insane. Lacrosse is very big on Long Island. Yeah, homecoming's huge down south. Huge. Not up here though. Not at all. It's like basketball. I don't know. I think lacrosse is probably it's very popular up here in New York. But still, even with that, it's not as big as they treat football in the midsection of the country and the South. Like, it's insane. Yeah, college football. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Football's a religion. That's exactly it, KB Bells. Like, I'd probably be a weirdo because I never watch football. Are your kids' school holidays? Yeah, Kimbo, they're done. They've been done. My son actually was supposed to go back last week. And I don't know why I had it in my head that he was going back like on Monday. Wait, was it last week or the week before? Now I'm getting confused. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar for a second. No, sorry, not last week. The week. He was supposed to go back on the 2nd, okay? I didn't realize it. I don't know why I had it in my head that he was going back on the following week. Because who would think to go back for 2 days? It's so stupid. So I kept him home the one day, and then I never let him stay home either. Like, I'm one of those parents that's like, you're going to school. Like, I don't care. You're going to school. You have a little stomach ache, you'll get over it. Just go to school. Go shit and go to school. Because I need my peace and quiet while he's in school. It's the only time I get away from him. It's so bad. No, but I mean, if he's sick, obviously I keep him home. But I never let him just take off for, no reason. That was like the first time. And my husband saw the buses at like 3 o'clock. He's like, I think Jesse was supposed to be in school today. I'm like, you sure about that? I'm like, maybe they were somebody else's buses. Sure enough, they were ours. You are an ugly woman who can't take good decision. You are ugly. Wait, let's read this. Don't block this person because I want to read this. Ready? You are a ugly woman. It's an ugly woman. A-N. If it's coming before a vowel, it's N. A-N. Who can't take good decision. What does that even mean? And blames everyone else but yourself for your own mistakes. Fess up and believe in God. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. Now go fuck yourself. Go take a fucking English class, dude. Please. If you're gonna come in here and talk shit to me, talk it in a grammatically correct fashion so you don't look like a goddamn idiot, because you just look stupid saying an ugly woman, and it doesn't even make sense. You spent time typing that out. You should have spent time proofreading it and making it sound like it actually means something. Anyway. Miss English teacher. Okay, Mrs. English teacher. You forgot the period behind Mrs. at the end of Mrs. Bye. Was it an insult or did I trigger you? Oh, I'm so triggered. Jaden James, I'm so triggered. Where's my tissue box? You hurt my feelings with your fucking bad grammar. That was triggering. Bad grammar will trigger me. For fuck's sakes. Sure it will. Who said that? I don't see them. I just timed them out. So, Jaden James. It must be like his buddy. He's like, oh my god, I gotta make another Google account. Imagine taking out that much time to do that. Like, why are you wasting so much time on me? I'm flattered, but I'm a little creeped out too. Not gonna lie. Hold on. Oh, you can't untime them out? That's so weird. It must be 2 different accounts. Jaden James. What a stupid name. Come up with a better troll name too. Jesus. How do you do this? What the hell's pop-out chat? What's that? Never heard of that. Interesting. Oh, I gotta charge my mouse. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know you could do that. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. You could actually take the chat out of the window and just have the chat like isolated by itself. That's so cool. Anyway. Here it is. How come I can't get to this person's channel? Oh, no, that's open image. That's so weird. On the phone, you're able to click on their channel. That's so weird. I can't do it on my computer for some reason. Oh, well. Oh, well. Try again. You got 300 seconds to come up with a better one. Thank you. Come back with a better insult. Haha, heart-shaped box. Yeah, I don't take compliments too good. I don't know. I get like all weird and uncomfortable when people say nice things to me. I am triggered by stupidity and plot twist. They insult themselves. It's like, oh my god. I'm flattered that you're spending time on me. I really am. I don't know. I should send you a thank you card. Here we go. Got him. Anyway, I'm gonna end this soon anyway. I want a new name. Maybe I'll call myself Banana Peel. Ooh. Very millennial troll name, isn't it, Desi? Jaden. That's such a popular name. Jaden. I can't even talk. Oh, Marky Mark, is that you? I wonder if he is around trolling still. Somebody came in here. Was it last night? I think it was last night. And that the way they wrote, it reminded me of him. I don't know what happened to that guy, dude. He could have just had a nice life and trolled and been nice about it. But, like, he turned into a nasty troll. He just got too carried away with it. It's so easy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he has some, like, pent-up anger or aggression that was going on. I don't know. I watch y'all often. Just don't comment much since the Oni saga. I followed John since he paneled up with Jay when she first came to YouTube. I've been in the background. Well, hello, Renee Scott. Come out and say hi more often. We don't bite. I enjoyed this chat. Yes, exactly. Trying to keep it lighthearted. I appreciate your post on D&W's video regarding the Mary and John. Your words were so clear and elegant. I hope you could decipher my speak. Yeah, thank you, Rose and Mia. I don't even remember what I wrote there, but that whole thing was just so crazy. That whole night was just a disaster. Why am I starving? Oh, John, don't starve yourself. Aren't you on a diet? You said you were in a diet. I'm on a diet too. I'm on the freaking ice cream diet. Um, that whole night was just such a disaster. That's why, like, when I hear somebody saying, "Oh, it was a setup," I'm like, dude, that night was like the most Think of how many people were on Diane's panel that night from like the start, and I left, and then it was, Jay was there, and Dad with a phone, and Laura came, and it was like the freaking craziest live. There were so many different people. How do you set somebody up like that? I don't understand how you could set somebody up. Like, I'm trying to figure this out because I'm like, we would have to know that, like, Marianne would have came on panel, but Marianne wasn't even around at that time, or maybe she was. I don't know. She could have been in the chat. But I thought the reason John went up on panel, and if John's in the chat, didn't you go up like? I thought it was because of Jay for Justice or something. Didn't you go up while they were there? Because I actually left the chat at that point in time. I completely left and wasn't even in the video anymore because I don't know. I just like it was just getting over the top with the Laura, there's no death threat. Like they were like all freaking out about that. And I was like, all right, I'm just turning this off, And then I remember it was I think John, Jay, and then somebody else. And then John stayed on. Jay must have dropped off. And then it was, I don't even know how they got into the whole conversation about Marky Mark with John and the live. I'd have to go back and look. But like, how was that a setup? I just don't understand how we could set it up. Stephanie Lee, I don't even want to say her name or give her attention. I shouldn't even be giving her this much attention. But it was an old friend of mine who said it. And I'm like, I don't understand how. And then another time, this was the second setup according to her. The first one was when I legit was just trying StreamYards for the first time because I had just finally like set it up on my computer. And I had tried it one other time and I couldn't get it to work. And then I tried it again and it was the first time, and you could hear me in the chat asking, does anybody want to come up here? And I saw Tiffany because I talked to her. I talk to her all the time, so I figured, do you want to come up, like, just so I could test what it's like, because I haven't used StreamYards, or what is this, Streamlabs or StreamYards? StreamYards. I got them confused. And she came up, and, like, I don't even know how the conversation went to Marianne, but Marianne had not been in my chat at that point in time for a long time, so I would never think that she would even come in my chat. And there she was. And then they were saying, throw her link. And you could hear me saying I didn't really want her to come up because I didn't want to fight with her. And then I finally did. And as soon as it started getting like loud, I kicked her off the panel. So how was that a setup? If I wanted to set her up, wouldn't I have like kept her there and like fought with her? Like it just doesn't even fucking make sense. So stupid. If that's what you have to tell yourself to feel better about the way you treated me, great. But it's not a setup. That's so stupid. John said, yeah, with Jay, I had no idea who was coming up. I felt comfortable on Diane. But John, how'd you get into the conversation about that live that happened? And they're still talking about this thing for fucking 3 weeks later. I mean, a month later, probably. Did that shit happen before Christmas? I don't even remember. I think it was before Christmas. And they're still talking about it. I'm like, ugh. Get over it. It's over. Move on. The same person was saying John didn't apologize to them. And I'm like, really? Because I specifically remember him leaving the panel and then coming back after to say sorry to you. But I guess they forgot that. Look at your hairstyle. It's so funny, Miss Looney Tunes. Dude, what the fuck? Are you drunk, bro? Are you drunk? Look at your hairstyle. Hairstyle. What's an hairstyle? Like a turnstile? Well, I don't know what you're saying. Get a job, Miss Drama Queen. Aw, you're cute. But I don't even remember why you got brought up that night. How that even got brought up. But somehow me and you were like sitting there planning it. We were like, all right, John, it's your turn. Get on the live. All right, you're on the live? That's my cue. I'm going to jump on and then we're going to somehow magically fucking get Marianne to come and jump on the panel so you could make her cry, John, all right? That's the plan? Great. Who does that? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. But if you think it's a setup, go ahead. You do that. It doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And like all these other people are like agreeing with it. They're like, yeah, totally. It was a setup. I'm like, yeah, why don't you go back and watch it? So stupid. These people can't take responsibility for anything. Anything at all. They mentioned that I cursed, and I did curse at them. And probably because, I kind of had, I shouldn't have cursed. I'm not even going to make an excuse. I shouldn't have cursed. Like, I said shut the fuck up. Because I just wanted to get out what I had to say. Was I right? No. But at the same time, this is like the day after these people were on this panel tearing me down and not believing me for this, troll account. So I was like a little pissed off, Whatever. I made a mistake. All good. Could we move on now? Please? Thanks. Things have gotten cartoonish crazy. I realized my mistake was trying to reason. I'll never do that again. Yeah, John, I don't think they understood what you were saying. I don't think, and like, John said this a few times, and I should back it up that he did say he thought Marianne's apology was sincere. And I think, I don't know. I don't know if it was, but he wasn't on there to try to like go after her. Like that's what I think he brought it up, and I don't think they're understanding why he's bringing that up. Is that he's saying it because he didn't think he didn't want to go after her. He was just trying to tell her, like, if you're gonna say sorry to somebody, take full responsibility for what you did. Don't downplay what you did to them and then say sorry, That's all he was trying to say. And then it just got, crazy. It got crazy. Have a good one, John. With the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It got crazy. And, I could see why. I don't think, he was disrespectful to her at all. I mean, she called him an asshole, and then he was, that's the thing, though. It's like, is a guy not supposed to fight back? Even back in the day when Brian got in a fight with Barbie, right? I felt Brian was kind of justified in getting mad. Did he, take things a little too far? Yes. But they were also kind of like taunting him in a sense, and I'll take up for you if you're right, if it... I did, because in that situation, I felt like, they were kind of antagonizing him. So he wasn't even in the chat, and then they're like, get him back in here, and they wanted to go off on him. And then when he got up on panel, it didn't end up going the way that they wanted it to, so, I mean, in that situation, like, he had a right to be angry. And I'm sorry, but like, if you're men and women, verbally fighting, I don't think it's fair if a woman's sitting there calling a man an asshole and then the man's just supposed to sit there and take it, I don't know. There's no merit in apologizing but downplaying your yeah, exactly, BFR. There's no merit in apologizing by downplaying your accountability. I had received a few kind of apologies that were like lacking in honesty, so like I don't know how sincere they are. Not from any of those people. What's up, Bella Vendetta? I don't know. It's also stupid. It was like a month ago. Let's just move on. Move on. That's all. Move on. All right, I'm gonna end this because I really want my ice cream. I hope everybody had fun tonight, and it was just peaceful and calm. And Jade and James, thank you for blessing us with your just wonderfulness. Thank you. Come back again. Why don't you? I'll be back. Get an education, Beth says. That's so funny. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Have a good night, guys. And if is it BBT Boston, send me that email.